featuring G.W. Graham and Terry Fox. At this time, we'd like to welcome the starting defense of the visiting G.W. Graham. Starting at defensive end, number 75, Vincent Braunauer. Defensive tackle, number 62, Cade Kelly. Defensive tackle, number 77, Jack Bowen. Defensive end, number 22, Gage O'Neill. Starting at linebacker, number 5, Raiden Maston. At linebacker, number 13, Raiden McDonald. At linebacker, number 34, Logan Tocher. At cornerback, number 2, Theo Smith. And at cornerback, number 6, Nick Beck. Starting at safety, number 11, Tyson George Kelly. And starting at safety, number 9, Josh Caverly. Please welcome the rest of G.W. Graham, along with head coach Luke Atchison. We'd like to welcome the Terry Fox Ravens and their head coach, Tom Kadava. Now I'd like to welcome the graduating seniors from Terry Fox Ravens, number 25, Julian Clark. Number 20, Isaiah Cooper. Number 23, Rock Coldray. Number 37, Mackenzie Dalziu. Number 10, Alex Gagnon. Number 4, Matthew Gale. Number 55, Max Hansen. Number 12, Kaylee McGrady. Number 88, Robin Rockwell. Number 76, Juan Valley. Number 1, Gavin Whittingham. Number 62, Thomas Wiggin. And number 32, Basin Zelalou. The officials for tonight's game: head referee, Mr. Lee Bryan. The umpire, Mr. Barry Moffett. The linesman, Mr. Ted Brania. The line judge, Mr. Len DeJulius. And the back judge, Mr. Gordon Massey. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats as we stand for the national anthem. Thank you.
Well, there it is, my all-time favorite song, and that means it's time to play some football here from BC Place. Jake Elliott, Jay Prepchuk with you. Sportsnet 650, BC School Sports, and Sports Canada TV bringing you the AAA Coastal Subway Bowl here from BC Place in Vancouver. And Jay Prepchuk, the 12-1 GW Graham Grizzlies, taking on the 10-0 Terry Fox Ravens. And this one's setting up to be an absolute dandy.
Oh, boy, I'm trying to catch my breath from the last game there, Jake. And I tell you, if it's anything like the Carson Graham victory that we just witnessed a few minutes ago, my goodness, then this is going to be a great ball game. But, yeah, you know what? Hey, this is the last football game of the season, obviously, for both these teams. And you know what? Gosh, you know what? You got two great football teams. They've had great seasons. Between the two teams, only one loss, and the loss was, GW Graham losing
to Terry Fox.
Exactly, earlier in the year. So,
we saw Carson Graham lose to Robert Bateman earlier in the regular season. They come back for a dramatic overtime victory to win the Coastal AA final here tonight. Again, GW flipped the script on the Ravens again here in the AAA Coastal final against the Ravens. We are about to find out here from BC Place. Jay Prepchuk, the quarterback's coach from Simon Fraser University, longtime high school coach as well. And, of course, myself, Jake Elliott. I've been calling the Subway Bowl here for the last few years at BC Place. And, man, I don't know. Like, aside from the Hayek dramatic finish there at the goal line and no time left on the clock and all the rest, I don't know if I've seen a more entertaining football game than I just saw with Carson Graham and Robert Bateman. But this one here, between Terry Fox and GW Graham, I think could live up to the billing. I found it quite interesting. GW Graham introducing their defense for starting player introductions, where Terry Fox decided to go with their seniors who will play their final football game in a Terry Fox Raven uniform. Classy touch here from the birthday boy, head coach in Tom Kadaba, who's celebrating his birthday here tonight and coaching in the Coastal Subway Bowl.
Yeah, exactly. And, long time Coach Tom Kadaba, of course, coached for many, many years. And, again, just a real pro out there. And not only did he announce the graduating seniors before the game started, but he also listed them in the program. So looking down at the programs, GW Graham has listed their starting defense, of course, with number 75, their great defensive end, all-star Vincent Browner. But the Terry Fox Ravens have listed their graduating seniors. So, we know that these grade 12s, for a lot of them, it's going to be their last chance to play football. Obviously, it's their last chance to play football for their football team, the Terry Fox Ravens. Some of these guys have played football at that school for 4 years. They've battled hard. They've worked hard for 4 years. They've been weight training. They've been speed training. They've been doing all sorts of training. They, of course, lost their football season last year, and they know that this is going to be their last football game, as a Terry Fox Raven, and, they obviously want to go out victorious. So, again, GW Graham, what can you say about that program besides the fact that they have just grown and grown? The first year for them in AAA football. And as we mentioned last week that, over 80% of this football team are players that have come up through the community organization, through the Chilliwack Giants organization. So again, it's kind of a nice model to see how community football and high school football can kind of work together. So it's a perfect model for that. It's a perfect example. A lot of these GW Graham players have played together since they were little guys with the Giants, and gosh, it's just nice to see them continue to have success all the way up through the senior varsity level.
Both teams getting the bounce going, firing each other up on the sideline here. The Ravens, of course, will wear their blacks with the red trims, white numbers, black helmets. The Grizzlies will be in their whites, white pants. And a nice little gray-silver combination there on the metallic helmets of the Grizzlies. And this one should be a dandy. The Grizzlies played more football games in AAA than any other school, I believe, going 12-1. And Terry Fox coming into the semifinal last week off a 3-week layoff and have only played one game since then. So you think they would be pretty fresh coming into this one. And a lot of seniors on that squad as well that want to get the job done in their final game here for Terry Fox.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we thought that layoff would be a little bit disconcerting for them, but, they came out and played a great game, really a solid game against Notre Dame. And, we all know that Notre Dame didn't necessarily play their best football game last weekend, but, Terry Fox had a couple of opportunities to kind of put them away throughout the game, but, Notre Dame kind of hung in there and stayed around, and, finally Fox was able to, take that game away from them. But a lot of the play was, really dictated, and a lot of the, surprising play came from, the quarterback, the young, outstanding grade 11 quarterback from Terry Fox and Owen Sieben, who actually used his legs a little bit to scamper and to get some good scrambling yards against Notre Dame. And I think that really was the difference last weekend. So let's see if Owen is able to, again, run the football against this very, very tough Grizzlies defense.
LeBlanc has it teed up at the 40-yard line. Fox set to return. 2 men back at their 20. Kick it off. Let's play some football. We're underway here in the AAA Coastal Final Subway Bowl. And it's Gale on the return, running east-west on the initial drive here. He'll get out to the 34-yard line, and that's where Owen Sieben, who you just mentioned, Jay, will come out here at quarterback for Terry Fox, just in grade 11 here, and has had a fantastic playoff and a fantastic season. Unfortunately, Terry Fox not updating their stats through their playoff game here, but, man, what a regular season Sieben had, over 1,100 yards for the Ravens.
Yeah, he really did. And, again, in limited play, really, when you only had 8 football games, that his stats were really outstanding. And
12 touchdowns to go with just 2 interceptions. Really took care of the football as well.
Yeah, look for an up-tempo offense here. Offensive coordinator Eric Taylor calling the plays for the Ravens.
They'll start from the 35-yard line as Gale will go in motion across the formation. Sieben will take a low snap, takes it off the turf, rolls out. Here comes pressure. Look out. Sieben buys a little more time, looks downfield, throws one, and is it complete? I think it is, for about a 3-yard gain. Ran about 18 to pick up 3.
Wow, and right away the Grizzlies showed their aggressive defense, blitzing on the very first play, bringing 7 people in on that play.
Wow, keep an eye on 75, Vincent Braunauer, who has just gone berserk this season in the sack totals. 6 here in the playoffs. And what did he have in the regular season, Jay? It was a ridiculous number.
37 sacks during the regular season, which has got to be a school record.
Not a typo there. 37 sacks in the regular season. Another 6 to go along with it in the playoffs. And they'll give him actually a healthy gain of 6 on that catch as Sieben rolls out. Got another man open right at the sticks. That'll be a Raven first down as he fights for a couple of extra yards at the end of that play.
Yeah, nice call by Coach Eric Taylor, a little bootleg pass, knowing that the G.W. Graham defense is very, very aggressive. And number 22 for the Grizzlies losing contain on that particular play, O'Neal. And a great job by Sieben getting to the outside and getting that ball away for the first down.
Isaiah Cooper on the business end of it. And look out, there's Braunauer, and that will go down as a sack, as a loss on the play in the backfield. And look out, the Raven running back is face down and not moving on the turf.
Yeah, and there's your provincial all-star.
Is that Whittingham?
Gosh, that is Whittingham, number 1, and this is not a good sign so far for the Ravens to start off a ball game.
And Braunauer came down with everything he had on the back of Whittingham, who might have been one of those situations, Jay, where he fell on top of the football and might have just busted the wind out of himself here. Let's hope it's just that for the all-star running back in Whittingham, who, man, if the Ravens lose him early in this football game, will be a huge, huge loss.
Yeah, exactly. And what sometimes happens, unfortunately, is a big man like that lands on a player, and that ball kind of, hits into the rib area, and then it really damages the rib. So anybody that's really had any kind of rib damage or injury before, and that's exactly what it looks like has happened to Gavin Whittingham, favoring that left-hand side of his stomach there. And, gosh, let's hope that Gavin Whittingham is able to come back into this ball game.
It's kind of like skating into the corner in hockey and getting your stick stuck in the boards and going right into your gut. Not good.
Ouch.
Second down and 12 after the loss by Braunauer and the Grizzlies. They almost jump. Another low snap. Sieben stands in the pocket. Now he's flushed out. Looks downfield. Got a completion across the 45-yard line down to the 43. It's Isaiah Cooper with another catch who's showing up early in this one.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we talked about earlier today is that, with Owen Sieben getting flushed out of the pocket, but still focusing, still concentrating.
Hurry up offense here for Terry Fox now as Sieben takes the snap, hands off up the middle. This time it's Gagnon on the carry. One of those seniors we talked about here for Terry Fox, and he's going to leave it all out on the field here at BC Place.
Exactly.
A good gain there. We'll bring up second down and long 2, short 3 as they've moved into Grizzly territory here at the 35-yard line between the hash marks. Another low snap, quick throw out to the edge. Completion made across the 35. He only needed a couple. He only got a couple, but I think he's still going to be about a yard short here, Jay.
Yeah, just trying to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Again, knowing that Grizzlies defense is so aggressive, especially led by number 75, Vincent Bronner, who we've already mentioned his name a few times tonight.
Now is Cameron Neal on that last reception. Still 2 yards to go here. As Sieben Clapp, another low snap as he fires a complete pass up the middle. It's Neal once again trying to find some blockers to pick up on the way downfield as he gets inside the 10-yard line. And Cameron Neal getting it done here for Terry Fox. But they're going to have to clean up that snap a little bit, Jay. That's each and every time coming out real low here for Sieben.
Absolutely. Sieben's done a good job of getting that ball off quickly on the curl route.
They go hurry up again. It's Gagnon up the middle. He'll drag a tackler with him inside the 5-yard line. It'll be second and goal there. As really up-tempo offense here for Coach Kadaba on this opening drive.
Yeah, just so difficult for defensively to stop this because you really can't. It's tough to, mix up your defenses and blitzes against this hurry-up offense.
Sieben waits for the play to come in. He'll stand in the shotgun. Gagnon splits off to his left, 2 to the high side of the field here, 1 down low. And that's Matthew Gale. Man across the formation. Here's Gagnon tackled from behind and wrestled down to the turf quickly. Might have lost a yard on the play. It'll be third and goal.
Yeah, nice job by the backside defensive end for the Grizzlies, number 81. Conte doing an excellent job of coming off the backside edge and, limiting that gain.
Well, got to go to the end zone now. Do they run? Do they pass? Do they play 2 downs here? As they're knocking on the door from the 6, right hash. Tight formation. Whittingham still not back in the football game as Sieben goes up under center this time. He'll roll out. He's got a man on the play. It's Sieben hanging on, backing away, flips it. It's caught in a touchdown for Terry Fox on a one-handed snatch from Isaiah Cooper, just a yard inside the end zone.
Well, I tell you, there you go. Owen Sieben just doing a great job of faking the off-tackle play to the right and just a bootleg pass. Breaking contained, patience.
How about the catch there from Cooper?
Yeah, that's just a great job. And, that's a nice touch pass, though, right? You can tell that Owen Sieben didn't drill that ball in there. Just nice, easy kind of touch. Easier pass to catch, even though it was a little bit behind the receiver. Excellent job. Great drive to start this ball game.
Custa puts it up, puts it through. And the Terry Fox Ravens, who have not lost a football game all season long here, will get on the board first as they tack on a major to go along with an extra point. 7-0, 7:46 to go here in the AAA Coastal Subway Bowl on Sportsnet 650.
And that's, Jake, isn't that just the way you want to start a ball game, right? It's right out of the chute, run up, you're up tempo. We talked to Eric Taylor all week about his offense, and that's exactly what he talked about. Staying balanced, run pass, 50-50, up tempo. Force the defense to kind of be in a vanilla situation where they can't really change their, their calls and so on because they're on the ball and, they've got to be able to communicate. So, again, great start, exactly what Terry Fox wanted coming out of the chute right away. And, again, Eric Taylor calling a great game from the offensive coordinator position.
Well, I know Terry Fox just scored, but I think still the biggest story of this football game right now is the injury to Gavin Whittingham created by Vincent Brunauer, who landed on top of him. I don't know, you got the binoculars out there, Jay Prepchuk. Can you see or spot number 1 over there at the Fox sideline across the field?
Yeah, I'm seeing, and I do see a young man on the sidelines, and it does look like Gavin, unfortunately. It looks like they're favoring his left shoulder. He's got his shoulder pads off, and they're icing that left shoulder. So,
yikes. Ball bounces down to the 17-yard line. Decent return on here for the Grizzlies, out past the 30 to the 32. And decent field position to start this drive here For the quarterback of the Grizzlies, Lucas Fever, who has got his Grizzlies to the Coastal Subway Bowl here. And he's looked impressive for the Grizzlies all season long, leading them to that 12-1 record.
Oh, he really has. I've watched some film on him so far, and I've been able to, work with Lucas for many, many years. Just an outstanding quarterback. One thing he does really well, Jake, is he gets the ball out quickly.
Timing is everything. And here's Fever on the pitch, trying to get the edge, and second effort will pick up a couple there. I believe that was 32 on the carry. And Samuel Menes.
I think we'll get a healthy fill of Samuel Menes this game, of course, Jake, just like we did last week. And you know what? Close to 1,500 yards, averaging over 120 yards per game. 14 touchdowns. One of the leaders in the province in rushing, and we're going to see a lot of number 32 tonight.
Give him a gain of 3 on first down. Call it 2nd and 7 here from the 37 as they work from the right hash mark, and Fever in the shotgun. He'll send a man across. He'll take the shotgun snap and roll to this near sideline, looking downfield the entire time. Loads up a deep one. Got a man in behind coverage. It's caught at the 28-yard line. Nick Beck brings it in and brings it down.
Hey, great job by Nick Beck to gather that ball, and Lucas Fever, even though he's rolling to his left-hand side, looking for the flat, not open, looking for the breakout, not open, going to his third different read. Nick Beck was actually open early. If he could have got him that ball early, Nick Beck would have scored a touchdown. But, hey, nice job of Lucas Fever getting the ball down into Beck's hands.
A lot of arm strength to get it downfield that far on the run across your body. Now he steps into another one up the seam, right in the bucket. Touchdown, Grizzlies!
And just like that, wow, way to answer back, Grizzlies. That was just an incredibly huge drive, and it only took them 3 plays to get all the way down the field and score a touchdown to answer. Good job by the Grizzlies. Wow.
Quick strike offense there by GW. First, it was Beck, and then I believe it was Caverly on the skinny post, and he put it right on him.
Yeah, very similar play that they ran last week. And again, nice job by Fever, just getting the ball in there. Great timing route, great timing throw by Lucas Fever.
Well, extra point attempt now for George Kelly. It's a fake, it's a pitch. He's got a cakewalk to the end zone and a 2-point conversion.
There you go. There you go. That's the way to start. That's the way to start a football game, right? With a nice fake off the kick. Let's see if it was a bit of a fire call here, or was it a designed fake here? Let's see.
That looked like designed fake to me.
We're going to see the touchdown pass again on the replay.
Just the beautiful timing. And nice job from Caverly to stay with it and come down in control.
Yeah, and, again, a great call on offense there is just to run a couple of, the wide receiver on a streak route, the inside receiver on a seam route, and kind of put that corner number 7 for Terry Fox in a bit of a bind there.
Well,
yeah,
Fox scores on their opening drive. The Grizzlies do the same, except they go for 2, so they have the 1-point lead here in the first quarter with 6:26 to go in it. 8-7 your score as GW set to kick it off back to the Ravens.
And, just a crucial drive there. I mean, you see an early drive like that.
Confidence, right?
Exactly. And, when you're playing in your first ever, AAA championship, and I'm sure this football program is going to see many more of, these big games like this. But when you're playing in a big game like this, for them to come down and answer after Terry Fox had that great drive to start the game, excellent job by the Grizzlies. Nice work to get down and take the lead.
Here's LeBlanc to kick off. He'll send one into a bit of a soft area. Look out, boy. It bounces right back to the Grizzlies. It's picked up on the run by Terry Fox, however, and they get it into Grizzly territory at the 44. What a wacky play that was.
Boy, and I think that was number 14 that initially had the play on the ball, and the ball
Zion
popped out of
Fleury.
Yes,
went right off his knee, rolled up the field about 8 yards. He stayed with it, ran right back onto his own fumble, and picked up another 10 yards.
Wow. I can honestly say that of all these years, I don't think I've seen something like that happen before. But great job by Fleury to, stay with it and to recover his own fumble. We actually saw that last week from Whittingham, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
On a score. So nice field position to start off the second drive for the Ravens.
Oh, man, and how must it just be burning for Whittingham not to be in this game right now after picking up an injury on the first play from scrimmage. Here's Sieben on a little toss. got some blockers out in front. Looked like almost a horse collar tackle. It's not called, and a nice play on defense there from Braden McDonald, who brings him down from behind. You tell me, Jay, it looked like he got a hold of the shoulder pads right there.
Yeah, then I think he just had him by the shoulder pads and let go just in time to not have that call against him.
Clock moving, under 6 minutes to go. 5:50, in fact, on a 2nd and 9 now here for Sieben with an empty backfield. Here comes pressure. Sieben over the middle. Wide open. It's Neal one more time. He's inside the 25, down to the 20-yard line, as he's been the marked man here for Sieben early in this football game.
He really has. And, boy, look at that outstanding poise in the pocket from Owen Sieben. Finally getting a good snap in there, taking his 3-step drop, looking to his left side, knowing he's going to come back to that post.
Beautiful spiral. Put it right on the numbers. Here's the handoff now. And not much along the ground there for Fleury. And they're going to have to kind of do it by committee now here, Jay Prepchuk, with no Whittingham, who usually carries the rock, close to 20, 25 times per game here. It's going to be Gagnon, it's going to be Fleury, it's going to be Sieben. They're all going to have to contribute along the ground here for Terry Fox with no number 1 in the game.
Yeah, and look for Owen Sieben to maybe get a couple of runs in as well. He certainly would have been open if he carried the ball on that after that zone
He's
run.
in the pistol. That one skips off the turf. Here comes pressure. Sieben going to get wrestled down to the ground, and a massive sack here for GW all the way back at the 35-yard line.
Wow, number 22 coming off the left edge, unblocked, and just showed his speed. Usually, if you roll out to the wide side or to the right-hand side of the field like that, you don't block the widest man or the widest rusher, but gosh, number 22 did an excellent job. Cage O'Neill, nice sack. That's a big play for the Grizzlies.
A massive loss on the play. They got to get down to the 10-yard line here for a first down. They're at the 35. Again, a low snap. Sieben with time in the pocket. Now he steps up, loads up, fires. It's Neal again, ducks under a tackle, sidesteps another. He's down to the 15. And he'll come up 5 yards short of the first down. It'll be 4th down and 5 to go here for Terry Fox. But Sieben and Neal hooking up again.
Yeah, just patience, patience, patience. And again, for you young quarterbacks out there, you saw Sieben scrambling, but always focusing down the field.
Eyes downfield the entire time. And what a throw as he kind of put it in a little zone where only Neal could catch it. 3 Grizzlies around him. Now Sieben goes with the hard count. Grizzlies pointing that it was the Fox line that moved. No, it was a big finger-pointing game now, Jay, and the referees have to decide who moved first.
Yeah, and of course another experienced refereeing crew, Lee Bryan at the head referee, Barry Moffat, Len DeJulius, Ted Barani, and Gord Massey. Excellent experienced referee crew.
And it's encroachment on GW, and that'll be an automatic first down here for Terry Fox as the hard count from Sieben gets him to jump.
We saw that in the first game too. We had a 4th down jump.
And normally that'll only work once, twice a game, but on a 4th and 5, that's when you want to pull it out. And a great hard count there for Sieben gets the automatic first down. Here's a good snap. It's Fleury up the gut. And he's juking back and forth all the way down to the 2-3 yard line here of the Grizzlies, and Fox knocking on the door once again.
Yeah, and there's that offensive line. Axel, Caden, Diego, Max, Juan opening up big holes for the running back, Fleury.
Yeah, he's into the 2nd level before he's even touched. He's in the backfield once again. Sieben will hand off, and he'll spin out of one tackle to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Terry Fox, Ravens.
Well, the person that started the drive with the kickoff return is the Raven that finishes the drive. Wow, what a spin move by number 14, Fleury. Excellent job. Right in the middle. They had him in the backfield. They had him trapped, but a spin move into the end zone. Another touchdown for the Ravens. Wow, big start for the offense for this Terry Fox Ravens football club.
The diminutive Zion Fleury with a serious look out, low snap, ball's loose, picked up and buried back at the 15-yard line. As that was all sorts of wrong there for Terry Fox as the extra point attempt comes up empty. They'll lead it by 5 here, 13-8 with 2:56 to go as the snap just got away from Sieben, and could do nothing else but just get on top of the football.
Exactly, and you know what? Those points right now, they don't seem like much, but I tell you, those points, when you have obviously a close football game and a championship football game like this, those points down the stretch are really going to, could be a factor. And now it's time for the coaches to take out their 2-point sheet and kind of look and see, like, if we score here, usually on a 5 differential, it's go for 2, and coaches have to make a decision whether to go for 2 points, and even early in the ball game, because they all add up, and sooner or later it's going to be a factor down the stretch, because I really believe, Jake, that this is going to be another fine finish, a good close game.
Absolutely, a good crowd on hand here at BC Place to watch this AAA Coastal Subway Bowl. As Terry Fox set to kick back here to GW. And they go with a high, long kick that will float down to the 13-yard line, and here comes the return. Makes one man miss, another gets out of a couple of tackles, but not much further, out to the 24-yard line. As Samuel Menace, lots of stickers on the back of his helmet after a successful season here for G-Dub.
Yeah, I tell you, these are the big games. These are the championship games. And sometimes some of your starters, like Samuel Manny's and guys like that, Gales, they don't always play on special teams. But, hey, in these games like this,
all hands on deck.
Absolutely.
Drive will start from the 25 from the left hash mark here. As Lucas Fever hands up, fumble. And I think the Grizzlies got back on top of the football at the 27.
Boy, big break. Could be a big break early in this football game. We saw Terry Fox get the break earlier with Fleury, of course. Now, so here's that big offensive line. We get a chance to mention these offensive linemen. We don't often get a chance to do that, but Colton McCon, Vince Browner, and we'll go through the rest of the offensive line for the Grizzlies in a minute.
2nd and 8. Still on the left hash. Fever throws quickly. Completion. Spin it to the outside. Looking to get the corner. Picks up a few. Pretty good defense out there from Terry Fox, limiting that game.
Yeah, that was one thing that I was impressed with last week, Jake, was the speed of the defensive backs from Terry Fox. And I mentioned that to Jamie Clayton and Bruce Leach, the co-defensive coordinators for this football club. And I said, you guys, your secondary is really athletic out there, and really did put a stop to the Notre Dame receivers last week. They really are a very, very athletic group of athletes.
That was Tyson Overgaard on the last reception. Brings up 3rd and 6 now as they go empty backfield and 5 receivers in.
Oh.
An early movement on the Terry Fox line. I think Fever returns the favor on a hard count here.
Absolutely.
And they'll get a free 5 yards. It'll remain 3rd down, but short yardage now should this be offside on Terry Fox.
Which is what it looks like. Again, the offensive line, G.W. Graham, Colton at left tackle, and Vince Browner at left guard, Tyler Burgeon at center, James LeBlanc at right guard, and right tackle is Brody Monroe. The Hoggies up front.
The big boys. Here comes the play on 3rd and short. They need 2. It's Menace. And I don't know, Jake. I don't think so.
No.
And now what do you do here? On a 4th down, on no gain, you're on your own side of the 35-yard line here in a 5-point game in this first quarter. I think you got to kick this football.
Yeah, they
lost a couple.
I agree with you, Jake, but Coach Atchison, the head coach, Luke is going for it here. Well, I tell you, early decision here, Jake, for them to go for this, but they probably feel that, you know what, Terry, it's going to be tough to stop the Terry Fox Ravens. We got to score. We got to score.
It's kind of the old Kansas City Chief motto here. You got to keep up with the Joneses. Fever in the shotgun with an empty backfield, and we got timeout here. Yes, we do. The Grizzlies want to talk it over before a crucial 4th down call. As you're listening to the Coastal AAA Subway Bowl here on Sportsnet 650 and watching on BC School Sports and Sports Canada TV.
Hope everybody out there is enjoying the game. If we, again, me particularly, if I mispronounce a name, make sure you let us know what that enunciation is for a name. But, gosh, you know what? What a great day of football. And, they changed their mind. They were listening to us, I think, Jake. I think Coach Atchison had his headset on. And wise decision to punt the football away back to the Ravens here. The Ravens are looking pretty aggressive right now. It looks like they're coming after this.
Man, if they snap that football right there, the Fox Ravens had too many men on the field. But they don't. They will kick it away here, and I think this is the right call. I mean, you're right in this game. There's no real reason to gamble at this juncture of the game.
You do not want to give the Ravens a short field.
High snap. Bring it in. Boot it away. It's end over end job. Angling to the sideline. Took a great Grizzly bounce out around the 30-yard line, and they'll spun it down right there. Terry Fox offense back out onto the field here with 35 seconds to go in this opening quarter, leading 13-8.
Yeah, so interesting to see right now. Eric Taylor, of course, is huddling his offense right now, and he's seeing exactly what's happening. G.W. Graham, are they playing the same defense that they've played for 13 games this year? Are they playing the same defense they did last week? What kind of adjustments do I have to make on the fly here? What kind of plays am I going to look at, especially now with their outstanding tailback, Gavin Whittingham, out of the football game?
Still no sign of number one in black on the Ravens sideline.
Yeah, you hate to see that.
You just must be some kind of distraught right now. Can't worry about it if you're the Fox offense. It's Sieben on a lateral here to Fleury. He's got some blockers, makes a cut, and will only get a couple as the Grizzlies really kind of strung that out nicely. It looked like he was going to have a lot more running room, and all of a sudden it just closed up.
Yeah, well, guess who's in on that play? Vince Browner. So not only does Vince Browner able to, sack the quarterback, but he's also going to make plays on screens like that, and it's the defensive line that often does make the plays to make have those screens an unsuccessful play. Good hustle.
The signs of Brown are on the way he can move for a big fella.
Grade 11. Grade 11,
and
Jake.
Grade 11 is just mind-blowing what this kid is going to do in his senior year. Scary. Right. Surely moving to the next level, wherever he wants to go. And what do we got here?
Quarter time.
Quarter time, excuse me.
There we go.
Let's take a quick break. 12 minutes gone. And 12 minutes here to go to halftime now as we move into the second quarter. This is the AAA Coastal Subway Bowl on Sportsnet 650. $13-8 is your score here as we get ready for the second quarter. 2nd and 8 coming up here for the Grizzlies. For the Ravens as we get set to start the second quarter here. Jake Elliott, Jay Prepchuk with you, quarterback coach of Simon Fraser University, longtime high school coach as well. How many different high school? Yes, of course. Jay Prepchuk, quarterback camps in there as well. Got to get that in. How many different high schools have you coached at in BC? Can you name them all?
You know what? Not very many. Hey, Windsor Dukes, Vancouver College, R.C. Palmer, Vancouver College, Windsor Dukes, Handsworth Royals.
4.
There you go.
That's
it.
And now up at SFU, of course, with UBC prior to that as well. Where else?
Loving every minute of it.
As we begin second quarter, Sieben on the pitch to Fleury, tries to cut it back up, and he gets buried in the backfield. As it's just, I don't want to take anything away from Fleury, but he is not Gavin Whittingham, and I don't know if there's another running back in BC high school football that is.
Probably not, but I tell you, again, we keep on calling his name, but Vince Browner, not only does he sack the quarterback, not only does he make plays on screens, he also has contained on those toss plays, forcing Fleury to go back inside.
An absolute menace, 75 in white, and here he comes again as Sieben steps up, fires over the middle, wide open is Neal. Across the 40-yard line down to the 36. And again, just left completely unmarked, and Sieben put it right on him.
Wow. Hey, that's the second time he's hit him on that post pattern. Just drilled it in there. Cameron Neal just running on that excellent post pattern, and Owen Sieben just throwing that ball in there. Wow, what a strike by Sieben.
And now Fleury on the carry, and wow, a second effort gets him down to the 20-yard line. It looked like he was going down and managed to maintain his balance.
Wow, there's just tremendous balance. And, that's the thing about some of the football team like Terry Fox is just having that depth to be able to go to a guy like Fleury since Whittingham is out.
Quick snap, Sieben the handoff up the middle again. This time goes down quickly. As Gage O'Neill in on the tackle. Gets his arms around number 14 in black and brings him down quickly. But another monster play there. I mean, Neal's got to be closing in on 100 yards in this first half.
Absolutely. Wow. Just, what a well-played football game so far. Just, for these teams to run this up-tempo, no-huddle offense, gosh, it's just so perfectly executed.
Across the formation here, Sieben out of the pistol one more time. Brings in the snap, delivers, and hammered. And right away, a flag comes in late back at the 25-yard line as well. As that play will lose a few, and let's check the laundry here as well. We got a holding call, I think, coming against Terry Fox.
Yeah, and Lee Bryan, of course, the experienced referee. He's watching. He's disciplined there as far as the referee is concerned. He's got to watch that offensive line up front there and make sure that, those big guys aren't holding. And when you've got such a tremendous pass rush, you know what? You're going to oftentimes see holding calls against the, against the offensive line.
Lee Bryan will come over to talk to the Graham coach here on whether he wants to accept or decline this penalty call.
And when we get a chance, hopefully the penalty is not against Caden Exner, the left guard. It's his birthday today, another birthday. We've got a couple of birthdays. Coach Kadaba's birthday. We got Caden Exner, the left guard. Number 60 is happy birthday, Caden. I hope you get a good birthday present today.
Ball on the 35-yard line. It's second down and 25 to go. Long field here for the bobbled snap. It's bouncing on the turf. Sieben gets down on top of it at the 50. And now it's going to be third down and 40.
Wow.
All right, Coach, what do you got in the playbook for third and 40, please?
I'm telling you, just, you know what? Why not? In any level of football, I don't care what it is. Just, hey, put your best receivers out there. Put Matthew Gale out there, or put him as a single receiver out to this side and just throw the ball up to him. You never know what can happen. No, interesting enough, we were talking about this earlier. Pass interference in high school football is not an automatic first down.
Right.
It's a 15-yard penalty, but not an automatic first down, which I disagree with that rule.
Yeah, it should be.
I don't know what we can do about that.
Probably nothing, me and you, Jay. That's got to go. That's above our pay grades, I believe. Fleary will be shifted to the left. Here's Sieben, takes the snap. Here comes pressure from Braunauer. Sieben throws. He's got a man. It's complete. Well short of the first. Look out, busting away is Gale. Down the sideline. Inside the 15-yard line. How did he get out of that tackle?
Wow. Oh, boy, that's going to drive a defensive coordinator nuts. When that happens, you've got the tackle made for a limited gain.
Oh, Braunauer got a hand on
Sieben. There's
Sieben.
your athlete. There's your provincial all-star, Matthew Gale.
But one tackle, two
Hand
tackle.
down. Balance, balance, balance. Wow.
Well done.
There you go.
Fourth down, however.
There's an all-star.
7 to go here. Make it 8. Got to get to the 10. Ball on the 18-yard line here for the Ravens, who will go for it on fourth down.
Field goal.
Excuse me. They line up the field goal. Thank you very much.
35-yard field goal.
Q stop. Just
Wow.
over the
There
crossbar
you go.
and good.
Wow.
That thing hung up there for a while and just gets over top of the crossbar. And the Ravens extend the lead from 5 to 8. As that thing had some air under it, Jay, and maybe that thing's good from a couple of more yards away, but not by much.
Not by much. Wow, that's a big kick. Nice job, Terry Fox. Again, there you go. We wonder what's going on right now with those snaps. The shotgun snaps are just
low
more
every
than
time.
Half of them have been low, and
well, they got to get on the sideline and just practice that either right now or halftime or whatever, and just do it 10 times on the sideline. Make sure you got that down because it's been an issue since the onset. And it's cost him yardage on a couple of occasions. Sieben's done well digging it off the turf on more often than not, but that last one got away from him, and he lost about 15 yards.
Yeah, big play. That was just a big play. And, those are forced errors on your part, right? I mean, it's not like GW sacked them or anything like that. It's just their own mistakes making that, putting them in a long yardage situation.
Well, they do come away with 3 as they kick it off down to the 20-yard line, and Menace up the far sideline will get out near the 40. And GW Graham will have decent field position here to start this drive, finding themselves down a 2-point converted touchdown. 16-8 is your score with just over 9 minutes to go here in this second quarter.
Yeah, let's see if G.W. Graham can answer the call here. Luke Atchison, the offensive coordinator and the head coach, is definitely got his work cut out for him against a very, very strong Terry Fox Ravens defense.
The Fever has been exceptional here in the playoffs. 30 of 41, 73% completion percentage to go along with 316 yards and 3 touchdowns. As he hands off to Manis this time, and he will go nowhere as he's met right at the line of scrimmage and driven back a yard.
Yeah,
that interior from Terry Fox stout on that play.
Just tough defense, and led by number 10 Alex Gagnon and number 77 Axel Stanton. We mentioned in the previous game that a lot of these young men are going both ways. They're playing offensive line, they're playing defensive line. They're giving everything they have right now.
Second down and 10 after no gain. And quick whistle here, and I think maybe offside on GW, who maybe didn't get lined up properly or came across the line of scrimmage a little before the snap. Multiple flags lay down on the turf here at BC Place. And a towel to go along with it. Tell you what, Lee Bryan's going to rock that beard. He's going to get the Just for Men out a little bit. Mix in a little color there, Lee.
Maybe get the braids out too. I don't know. Get really funky. Is he going to keep that through lacrosse season?
I hope not. That's hot inside Queen's Park Arena on an August summer night, I'll tell you that. Left hash mark. 2nd and 15 now after the penalty call. Fever over the middle, deep, and somehow that's caught out of midair. And dragging tacklers for a Grizzly first down for a gain of about 18. They needed 15, they got 18, but how about the catch there as he threw that thing into traffic, and he just ripped that away from 2 Fox defenders.
Wow, they're very fortunate on that play, but great concentration by Tyson George Kelly to come up with that football. But again, an outstanding season from this young man, number 11, and over 700 yards, average of 14 yards per carry, 10 touchdowns throughout the season. And you know what? There's a big play. Your athletes making big plays in big games.
Ran himself right out of his shoe on that last catch. So first down now for the Grizzlies as they move into Terry Fox territory. As Kelly moves across the formation, he'll turn, make another catch one-handed, but won't get much as he's hammered out of bounds in front of the Fox sideline for a gain of 1.
Boy, and you can sure see that when the All-Stars come out in this particular game, Alex Gagnon just all over the football field, just being aggressive and swarm tackling, number 30, number 2, all those defensive players for Terry Fox doing a great job. Talking to Jamie Clayton and Bruce Leach, the co-defensive coordinators for Terry Fox Ravens, they knew they had to swarm to the football to be successful tonight.
2nd down and 9 here for GW. Fever run the pistol. He'll play action, then it's swatted down at the line of scrimmage. And a slow whistle, but they're clearly incomplete. As, who was it, Jay? Big number 76, Juan Valley.
Yeah, there's your all-star making big plays, Juan Valley, who also plays on the offensive line. And there's your
relation to Dean?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe he is. I know Dean Valley's kind of out in that area. I coached Dean Valley with the Windsor Dukes many years ago. Dean Valley's got a couple of championship rings from the Duke days in the Dome.
Let us know. PXP for Sports is where you can find me at Jay Prepchuk if you want to get at the Simon Fraser quarterback coach. 3rd down and 9. Here's Fever on the rollout, looking downfield, fires, and it's caught. Turn it upfield, 30. It's George Kelly again as he gets it down to the 26.
Boy, I tell you, Lucas Fever had to be right on the money on that throw, rolling out to his right-hand side. Trips formation, hitting his outstanding receiver, Tyson George Kelly on the breakout. Matthew Gale, number 4, was in man-to-man coverage for the Ravens, and he was right there, Jake. He had a great play on the ball, but Lucas Fever, outstanding accuracy, putting the ball right on the money. Big gain, big first down for the Grizzlies.
And then George Kelly with the hands, not letting the ball come to him. He went out and caught that football and then picked up some yards after the catch as well as the drive on the move here for the Grizzlies. Down to the 26-yard line as they shift Menez to Fever's left. Here comes motion across the formation. It's Menez up the middle. Makes a good cut at the point of attack and spins out of another tackle down to the 17-yard line.
Yeah, right over right tackle, number Brody Monroe Jr., grade 10, 6'3", 275 pounds. Where do they get these kids from? I don't know. I mean, gosh,
Hey.
we watched that All-Star game today. There's 300-pounders, 6'7", 330 pounds. Look at these offensive linemen, 270, 280, 290.
It's that Chilliwack
Wow.
sweet corn on the cob out there, Jay Prepchuk. That's what he's eating on. Out there in the Fraser Valley. Here's Fever. Takes the snap. Manis looking for a block, and he slipped down. And he'll be down back at the 17, 18-yard line. Might have lost a yard there on second and short as he just kind of had his footing come out from underneath him and never did pick up the first down.
Oh, he really did, and he was making such an outstanding cut, Jake, back to the inside. He had a huge seam. I think he had an opportunity to score if he had maintained his footing. And unusual for athletes to be slipping on this turf, of course, just in perfect condition.
Beautiful elements and environment inside BC Place here.
Except for freezing cold.
A little chilly. Thanks for bringing the heaters, by the way. Fever on the pitch to Manis this time as they come to the short side of the field. He's got the first down as he's buried out of bounds at the 12. But a gain of 6 and a fresh set of downs here for the Grizz.
Yeah, a toss play to the boundary, kind of an unusual call. You don't have a lot of room to that side, but you know what? Hey, a great job by the Grizzlies blocking, sealing the edge off, and again, Gagnon from his linebacker position is making a lot of tackles, and you can certainly tell why he's a provincial all-star, Alex Gagnon from his linebacker position. But hey, great job by the Grizzlies. What a drive. Luke
Extended
Atchison just
drive
kinda
here, right?
chipping away. Right, 4 yards, 5 yards, 6 yards, just kind of chipping away. A couple outstanding passes by Fever, great catches by Tyson George Kelly.
5:04 to go here to recess, and fresh set of downs now for GW. Passing play, it's caught by George Kelly down near the goal line to the 2. He'll be stopped there, but knocking on the door here is GW. Remember now, these two teams met back on October the 22nd. It was a 34-0 victory for Terry Fox in that one.
Wow.
In a game where Whittingham ran for 298, 4 touchdowns on 30 carries, and he is not in this football game, injured on the first play from scrimmage and has not returned.
Yeah, and again, you know, really, does that game matter right now? I mean, we saw
Not a
earlier
bit.
Carson Graham, you know, they lost quite handily to Robert Bateman early in the season, and were able to come back and, of course, win their big game tonight, right? So, yeah, you know what? With the Grizzlies right now, hey, again, just showing outstanding poise. What can you can't say enough about the coaching staff. Really, this to be able to prepare these boys so well to maintain focus. We all know what teenage boys are like at this stage.
Never mind. 48 and 50-year-olds as well.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But Matt, you know, coaching staff, Matt Paisley, Ian Parks, Laurie Smith, you know what, guys, hey, outstanding job by you guys, by all the coaching staffs, just to be able to, you know what, maintain the poise and to have so much success on the field. Great job by the Grizzlies with a lot of young players coming up. They're going to have a good football team in the future.
Up starts out of Chilliwack, knocking on the Terry Fox Raven door here. Ball down on the 2-yard line as personnel needs to clear the field here before this first and goal play from the right hash. Here's Fever on the pitch to Manis. Makes the cut. He's into the end zone for a touchdown. And that looked easy.
There you go. There's your toss play to the weak side. So we go trips formation. 3 receivers to the left-hand side, 1 receiver to the right-hand side. We run toss into the boundary, and Terry Fox actually made the adjustment. The defensive end did a good job of coming up the field, but Manis did an excellent job of cutting up, and that time he didn't lose his footing, Jake, and he was able to score.
16-14, so you know the Grizzlies are going for 2, and that's exactly what they'll do as they line it up here from the 3-yard line in between the hash marks. Fever with an empty backfield as Manis moves into the slot, and Fever will throw for it. Into the end zone. It's tipped and knocked down, incomplete. Nice play out there from Gale.
Yeah, Matthew Gale had, he's had enough of that Grizzlies offense.
Flag down. And roughing the passer is
boy.
the call. They're going to get another crack at it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a big play there. As it was going to be 0 on the 2-point conversion, and now they'll move the ball down to the 1-yard line and get another chance at it to tie the game.
Discipline. Coaches talked about it all week.
And
avoid the penalties, especially the big ones.
And now the playbook wide open here from the 1.5, Jay. They tried to throw for it, and now I think run or pass is an option here for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, look for Menez off tackle.
It's a Menez carry, and he's into the end zone for a 2-point conversion, and we are tied in the AAA Coastal Subway Bowl at 16 with 4:33 here to go in the second.
Nice job, and why not run over left tackle Colton Mocon, 6'3", 300 pounds, and your left guard, of course, number 75, Vince Braunhauer. And boy, I tell you, good job by the Grizzlies to come back and put another touchdown on the board, 16-0. It looks like we're going to have another. Jake, I don't know if I can go through this again. I don't know if we can go through another.
Well, I had 2 coffees in the intermission. Now I'm kind of regretting it. I don't think I need it. I was wired enough, but I figured why not get a little more jacked up for this big Coastal Subway Bowl game here.
Well, you know what? Fans that are
living up to the hype.
Fans that are at this ball game and were at the earlier ball games today, they're sure getting their money's worth. And I hope that you folks at home that are sitting in front of a nice cozy fireplace, all warm, not like us here, all freezing cold up in BC Place. But hey, we can't complain. It's dry. It's a beautiful facility. We got the scoreboard working. We've got it all happening here, Jake.
16-16, 4:33 to go, second quarter. And a Coastal Subway Bowl championship on the line. Remember, it was Terry Fox who felt the heartbreak. What was it, Jay, back in 2017 at the hands of the Hayaks on a desperation last second play and a 2-point conversion to win the game.
Yeah. The catch.
Lucas Sabao up the middle. And I can't remember the player's name who made the catch, but it was his one and only catch of the entire season, and it was a touchdown in the Subway Bowl.
Yeah, Martin McDonald, of course, a longtime coach for Terry Fox. We had a couple of good chats during the week, and he's retired now and enjoying trips to Costa Rica and long hikes and so on. He reminded me, though, they won in 2016, of course, against Notre Dame in a great overtime game. And in 2017, yes, they lost to New West. Boy, they won in 2006. They won in 2008. So, again, let's see if the Terry Fox Ravens can claim another, well, we're talking about our, of course, Coastal Championship.
So Terry Fox will take the ball over here at the 25-yard line. Sieben in the shotgun, another low shotgun snap. Sieben tries to step up in the pocket and forget it. Guess who? It's Vinny on the scene with a sack here for the Grizzlies. 75 in white, just wreaking havoc defensively here in this game so far.
He's on our speed dial up here. He's moved up the speed dial to number 1 here.
He almost seems unblockable, Jay. Like you have to double team 75.
Wow.
And sometimes that's not enough. Here's Sieben to throw. Pump fakes, looks deep, and again! Are you kidding me? Back-to-back sacks for Vincent Braunhauer.
Wow, and you know what? I honestly, when I'm announcing a game, I honestly don't
Well, the first time I was doing prep here for the Grizzlies, Jay, and I looked in the stats and I saw 37 sacks in the regular season, I thought surely this has to be a typo. But no, you double-check the facts, and now I see it with my own eyes. This kid is legit.
Wow.
Third down and forever. Got to get to the 35-yard line. Here comes pressure again. Sieben will roll out. Braunhauer on the chase. Over the middle, completion made. And close to a first down, but will come up about 3 yards short. And now decision time here for Coach Kadaba. Neal on another big catch.
Yeah. Just to finish off with the Browner thing, he's going against Juan Valley, a provincial all-star, number 76 for the Ravens.
Dominating. And we got fourth down here, and Fox might need to cook a timeout here. Still lots of time on the play clock, however, as they make personnel changes, as they bring out the punt team here. Still 18 on the clock, and now they say, you know what? It's just mayhem out there. Let's call timeout.
Oh, we got an interesting call here. I don't know if they're going to call illegal substitution.
Oh, flag comes down. Yeah, a lot of players.
A lot of action on the bench here, too. And let's see if there's some sort of bench call or –
they're going to call him on a false start. Or are they? I think they're picking up the flag and giving him a timeout. As you get a look at the crowd here inside BC Place.
Right, timeout. the Ravens. And, a smart play in that case. But, just you have to make decisions, obviously, and quickly, right? Are we going for it? Are we going punt? I think Owen Sieben almost snapped that ball there.
He did. No return set up here for the Grizzlies. And aware of the fake might be on here as well. It's only about 3 yards to go. They almost get to the block. Kick gets away. Fair caught at the 44. So, with 2:31 here to go to halftime, 16-16, the Grizzlies get the football back here in the Coastal AAA Subway Bowl on Sportsnet 650.
And interesting, always the strategy near the end of the first half, of course, because Terry Fox received the football to start this ball game.
Right.
So, with the weather conditions obviously being perfect in here, then, we know GW Graham is going to receive the second half kickoff, so they're really going to get two possessions in a row.
Perfect would be around 75 degrees, Jay, and it's far from that inside the dome right now. Fever out of the pistol. Throws quickly. He's got 5 up the far sideline as he'll spin out of bounds. Will nick back and stop the clock with 2:26 to go.
Yeah, there's a couple of guys that have played a lot of football together. Nick Beck and Theo Smith and Lucas Fever. Again, I had the pleasure of coaching a lot of these young men when they were with the Giants doing some football camps out in that area, and you knew these young guys were going to be players as they got older.
5 yards to go as they come to the line of scrimmage. They'll work from the left hash mark as they bring trip receivers out to this wide side of the field. One at the top of your screen and one in the backfield here as Fever takes the snap and rolls this side. Good blocking. Here's the pass. Here's the catch. First down. And
didn't get out.
Beauregard did not get out of bounds. The clock will continue to move here as we work our way to the 2 minutes. Yeah, they'll spot the ball down at the 46-yard line and move the sticks.
Yeah, Luke is right on it, and, Lucas Fever is doing a good job. As soon as, that play is made, he's right over his coach.
You don't need to quite hurry yet, right? Still over 2 minutes of time. Yep. You got timeouts in your bank. You don't want to rush it, but you don't want to go too slow either. Mana's in the backfield. And they'll hand it off to him. He'll make a cut. Up the middle he goes. He'll pick up a couple and gets driven back again, and now you might want to use a timeout, or you might want to just huddle up. This is where you want to call kind of 2 plays in the huddle here, Jay.
Time, yeah. We got a timeout coming up. Oh, no, he's going. He's calling.
They are going to go on the fly here. 1:40.
Yeah, they're prepared.
Time ticking. Fever pulls up the sleeves, pops in the mouth guard. Ravens show pressure, and here they come. Deep ball up this near sideline and overthrown by about 3 yards, intended for Beauregard. But that does stop the clock, but it brings up a 3rd and long.
Yeah, why not take a shot, though? I mean, that's
not a bad time to do it.
Opportunity to do. Yeah, and a nice ball out there by Lucas Fever, just a little bit overthrown. Big part of the ball game, though, here, Jake. Of course, as we talked about, Terry Fox Ravens receiving the opening kickoff, so GW is going to get the ball to start the second half.
Got to get to the 36 for a first down. Ball is on the 45-yard line, so 9 to go here on 3rd down. And Fever to throw. He's got a man on a slant. Completion made, spun down right around the sticks.
Yeah, it's going to be close, isn't it?
Let's check the spot here. I think he's going to be about a yard short.
Yeah, excellent play call, though, and a great job by Lucas Fever. So we ran motion from right to left across. Ravens followed. We hit that slant right in the void area where the Ravens defender followed the motion man. So good read by Lucas Fever. Very well designed play. Excellent job.
I believe we have a timeout here for the GW Grizzlies as the AAA Coastal Subway Bowl continues here on Sportsnet 650, BC School Sports and Sports Canada TV.
Well, a lot of football today, Jake. Big games.
Run
Well,
down
your
the
guys.
score.
Well, you tell us about. I was in here since 8 o'clock this morning. Of course, I didn't get a chance to see Corey Philpott and Chris and Andrew Butchler, Dana Matheson. You guys.
Yeah, Derek Hannenberry and the Langley Rams.
Wow.
For the first time in their long storied franchise's history, get to the summit of the Canadian Junior Football League and crown themselves Canadian Bowl champions. With a 37-0 victory over the London Beefeaters back in Ontario this morning. And they got past the Hilltops, and you just kind of had the feeling that this was going to be Langley's year, a historic year defensively for Langley. And as we mentioned throughout the day, just a ton of former BC high school stars on that Langley Rams roster. Congratulations to everybody. Screenplay complete. First down and more. Big gap here. Menace is going for a house call.
Wow, what a call. Coach Atchison, way to pull that screen out. Coach, your way to go. Woo! Wow, everybody rolling to the left side. Everybody thinking it's rollout pass to the left. Lucas Fever stopping it up, coming back to his main man. Menace motion across. Gale following. Wow, and look at and they kind of hit him in there. Yeah.
Hook, line, and sinker, and then it was a foot race from the 25, and Menace will win that easily.
Hey, Coach, I think that was we had number 22, Gage O'Neill.
Oh, my bad. I thought it was 32.
My bad too, yeah.
Gage O'Neill, excuse me, with the house call. My apologies.
Good for him. What a well-designed play. Kind of had Gage O'Neill at the left slot back, kind of hidden in there. Lucas Fever rolling out to his left-hand side, following the motion man across. Everybody thinks that it's going to be a rollout pass to the left-hand side. Stop it up, and here it comes backside to number 22, Gage O'Neill. Your timing, son, was absolutely perfect on that play. Then he had his big hoggies out front, that right side of that offensive line by the Grizzlies. LeBlanc, Brody Monroe. Gosh, Jake, I think you could. Well,
don't get carried away here, Jake Prepcha. 61 seconds to go here to halftime. Still time here for Terry Fox now, but man, let's give this GW Graham Grizzlies unit some praise here. That was a fantastic drive. Great play calling from the coaching staff. Great execution from the offense. And Fever just leading them down the field here and chewed up a lot of time off that clock to go along with it.
Well, remember, Coach Parks' defense there had a big stop there, right? They forced Ravens into, you know what, folks, football. What a team sport. Love it.
Here's LeBlanc to kick off. Goes with the softie. He'll drop down at the 30. Fleary will take it. He made one man miss. He's up this near sideline. Look out. LeBlanc can't wrap him up. Ball almost came loose. He's into Grizzly territory down to the 48-yard line as Fleary picks up about 20 on the return. Nicely done there. And Fox with a short field here to go and 52 seconds to work with.
If I'm going to have a short kickoff, I don't know if I'm going to kick it to a guy like Fleury.
Well, and I don't know why they're kicking it short at this juncture with a minute to go in the half here. Like, make them go as far as they need to go here, and you're just kind of daring them with a short field. I know easier to get downfield and cover, but that just wasn't the case on that one. So, 47 yards to go to pay dirt here for Sieben and the Ravens. And some confusion here on the Fox offensive unit who are short a player. Neal comes out late. 6 on the play clock. He gets lined up. Sieben wants a quick snap. Neal's got to get to the line. They just get it off in time. Here's Sieben to throw on the out pattern. And Fleary, it's 13. And Ari Naza who makes the completion. And he'll get out of bounds at the 40-yard line after picking up 7. That was just pandemonium right there.
Absolutely. Certainly a little, and actually very, very close to an illegal formation. Of course, in football, you have to have 7 players on the line of scrimmage. Usually you have your 5 offensive linemen. 1 wide receiver to the right side was on the line of scrimmage. The slot back on the left-hand side, just at the last minute, kind of slid up to the line of scrimmage. He was still well off the line of scrimmage. Could have easily been called an illegal formation, but the Ravens kind of got away with that one.
And I'm not sure what the delay is here, as officials kind of standing around. I didn't see a flag down on the field, did you?
I did not.
And they have not. Second down is the call here, as they'll put the ball down the 40. So I think they gave him some extra yardage at the end of that play. But I'm not exactly sure for what. And now it's a second down and 3 to go here for Terry Fox. 48 seconds to go here in the half. Left hash mark, quick snap. Here's Sieben, loads up a deep one, and that's way, way overthrown into the end zone. Had a man, just a little too much mustard on that one.
Yeah, exactly. Had his guy Gale on just a go route, and Coach Eric Taylor just decided to, hey, let's just go for it here. Let's just throw the ball deep. And, again, with that outstanding athleticism of Matthew Gale, he had a little bit of a step on the cornerback, but Owen Sieben just a little bit on the overthrow.
So 3rd down and 3 to go now, and you would expect 2 down territory here, or 4 down territory, if you will, here for Terry Fox on this drive. 2 downs to pick up 3 yards. Sieben out of the shotgun one more time. Long throw to the wide side and a first down and a catch there, and a courageous one at that from Matthew Gale.
Yeah, the clock will run once the yardsticks are set, though, so that's going to take off valuable seconds.
Clock's running here before the sticks are set.
Wow.
It is a first down, but they got to go quickly. Down to 24 seconds, and now what? I think the Grizzlies have called timeout.
Yeah, Coach Parks wants to get his guys settled, so again, very experienced defensive coordinator. Coach Parks does an outstanding job.
And nice job for them to wait until the last second to call that timeout, run as much time off that clock before Terry Fox could snap the football. They call timeout.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? Again, Coach Parks, a very, very experienced coach, an excellent job. I mean, my goodness, he's had 5 shutouts this season with the Grizzlies. And, you know, I think points per game, it's less than 10 against them this year. And,
well,
you know what? That's obviously on the players. And you got a guy, you know, you get the pass rush that you have from Braunhauer and the rest of the Grizzlies playing such outstanding defense. But you know what? You have to have the guy that coordinates. You have to have the leader at the front of the pack. And, you know, Coach Parks is a man for it, as well as all his offensive or his assistant coaches that help along the way. That's, again, great thing about football. You need a D-line coach. You need a linebacker coach. You need a secondary coach. You need a coordinator.
Quarterback coach. Don't forget that, Jay.
There you go.
23 seconds to go. 1st and 10. Ball in the 35. Right hash mark. Fox trailing 23-16 as we work our way to halftime. Another low snap. Sieben takes it off the turf, buys some time. Now he's going to run. He's got some room and picks up about 8 before skipping out of bounds with 17 seconds to go here in the half. Didn't quite get to the first down marker, but does stop the clock and brings up a 2nd and short. When do you take a shot at the end zone here, Jet?
Well, gosh, yeah, you've got 17 seconds left, and you're going to have to take another shot very soon.
They come to the line. Sieben with an empty backfield, 4 receivers in. He'll send a man across the formation. Sieben rolling, throwing, and incomplete. Couldn't hang on to it. Could have easily ran for that first down, but I think the yardage at this point more important than the first downs. Now 11 seconds to go, and it's a 3rd and 3.
Yeah, a good job. Great job by the cornerback, Beauregard, coming up and, you know, breaking up that pass play on the breakout pass.
3rd down and 3 from the 28, 11 seconds to go. And I'm not sure if Terry Fox has a timeout left or not. Sieben steps up, gets wrapped up, and big old number 75 gets home again for his 3rd sack of the half. Vincent Braunhauer, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
And that is the way the first half will come to an end. The Grizzlies lead it by 7 over the Ravens. 23-16 here in the AAA Coastal Subway Bowl on Sportsnet 650 and Sports Canada TV. We're back in 12 minutes with second half action.
Like nobody, like nobody. You got me driven in emotion, imagination overflowing with your body, with your body. You know that I ride and I die for you. You know I got nothing to hide from you. You know I got space in my life for 2, I don't know to love, but it comes with fear. 'Cause if I get hurt, I don't think I heal. I need you to leave me loud and clear, So can you kiss me like you're dying of
All right, fans, we're down here at field level, getting ready for our Subway Kick to Win contest. With me, I have our two contestants, Resin and Connor. Resin will be representing G.W. Graham, and Connor will be representing Terry Fox. Give it up for Resin, who is a current football player, and Connor, who is a former football player and kicker of Terry Fox. Let's see how they do. Resin will go up first. All right, each contestant will get 4 field goals, one from the goal line, one from the 10, 20, and 30-yard line. The goal line kick will get you $25 to Subway. The 10-yard line kick will get you $50 to Subway. The 20-yard line kick will get you $100 to Subway. And the big one, the 30-yard kick, will get you $250 to Subway. You guys ready? All right, here we go. Resin will go first. And the kick is up. Oh, just missed right. So close. Just a little bit to the inside, and you got it, Resin. All right, next up, we have the kick from the 10-yard line for $50. Just a little bit more to the left, and you got it. The kick is up. Oh, just a little bit wide right again. So close. All right, we're just backing up 10 more yards. Here we go, Resin. You got this one. All right, he's setting up. He's kissing the ball for good luck. Let's hear it for Resin, fans. Kick is up. And just wide right. Good try, Resin. You got the height. You got the distance. Just need the accuracy. All right, the longest one and the most important one for $250. And it's up. Oh, and it's good for $250. Resin wins. He makes a 40-yard field goal.
Good job, well done.
Let's make some noise for Resin. All right, folks, now up we have Connor representing Terry Fox. All right, the goal line kick for $25. It's up, and it is good for $25. All right, now we're moving to the 10-yard line for $50. Can he make this one as well? He is a former kicker. All right, he's setting up, lining up his shot, steps up, and it is good! $50 to Subway for Connor. All right, onto the 20-yard line for $100. Can he make this one? Let's make some noise for Connor, Terry Fox fans. A deep breath. He's lining up his kick. It's up, and it is good for $100. All right, the big kick from the 30-yard line for a total of 40-yard field goal for Connor. This kick will earn you $250 to Subway if you make this. He's lining it up, going through his motions. All right, here we go. The kick is up, and it is wide left. So close, Connor. You made 3 out of 4. I would say that is a fantastic job. Congratulations to our two contestants. They did amazing.
I don't feel none. No fear on my body, no, I don't feel none. My swagger is different, don't stop till I'm done. Just look at my eyes, you'll see I'm the one. A million reasons, I only need one. A million reasons, I only need one. Yeah, I'ma put in the work every day. Yeah, I'ma go hard when I'm center stage. Yeah, get to the top, gotta take risks. Yeah, if I for your spot, that's how champs are made. Do what it takes to survive, a million reasons, but there's only one reason why. I waited most of my life, I know that you only get one shot, I'm making it mine. Hustle hard, pay the price, a million reasons I'ma shine. I took the chances, made it right. I never sleep, I gotta grind. A million ways, I only need one. A million moments, I only need one. No fear on my body, no, I don't feel none. No fear on my body, no, I don't feel none. My swagger is different, don't stop till I'm done. Just look at my eyes, you'll see I'm the one. A million reasons, I only need one. A million reasons, I only need one.
BC School Sports would like to thank our sponsors and partners of this 2021 Subway Bowl. Sponsors are BC Place, Bauden, and Barron Rings.
I'ma go hard when I'm center stage. Yeah, get to the top, gotta take risks. Yeah, if I for your spot, that's how champs are made. Do what it takes to survive, a million reasons, but there's only one reason why. I waited most of my life, I know that you only get one shot, I'm making it mine. Hustle hard, pay the price, a million reasons I'ma shine. I took the chances, made it right. I never sleep, I gotta grind. A million ways, I only need one. A million moments, I only need one. No fear on my body, no, I don't feel none. No fear on my body, no, I don't feel none. My swagger is different, don't stop till I'm done. Just look at my eyes, you'll see I'm the one. A million reasons, I only need 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 one.
Once again, BC School Sports would like to sincerely thank our premier sponsor and partner, Subway, for their long and wonderful support of the athletes in BC High School Football Championships.
I was just 18, a boy with a dream, in love with the flow, with a sight on the scene. Not many know what it's like to be seen, but I'm getting to know now. Just 18, little black boy with a dream, with the craziest mind and the lowest esteem. Trying to find what happens at the highest esteem. So I had a dream and a couple called me extreme. I was thinking about what could make me better, cause these terms is cool, never made me clever. Too cool to fool to retain that era. I was trying to be great, they were telling me never, so I got a craft with the work in it. A couple had a laugh when they saw me working it, and I was trash at the start and I stunk like a fart, but the heart in my work and me murking it. And that was 5 years gone, I've been doing it strong, working night till dawn and it's singing my song. Nobody telling me I'm doing it wrong, cause I was telling them that really I'm just 18. A boy with a dream, in love with a flow, with a sight on the scene. Not many know what it's like to be seen, but I'm getting to know now. Just 18, boy with a dream, in love with a flow, with a sight on the scene. Not many know what it's like to be seen, but I'm getting to know now. Just 18, little black brother with a dream that's faced and place in a diabolic regime that made it seem like I was never part of the team, but I was David. Never let it ruin a dream, cause I was hitting up a giant that was bigger than most, it's bigger than me. Couldn't see the hell of a ghost that's living in me, cause I was just a relevant host to a degree. You could say I was better than most, cause I kept on working, put the time in. Though they hate, see, I kept on shining. Now the flow's dividing, ultrasounding, and I would never stop trying. I'm tightening until the flow gets them struck like lightning. I make this smile in your face, excitement. See, I was told this money one assignment, and now I'm telling them that really I'm just 18. Boy with a dream, in love with a flow, with a sight on the scene. Not many know what it's like to be seen, but I'm getting to know now. Just 18, boy with a dream, in love with a flow, with a sight on the scene. Not many know what it's like to be seen, but I'm getting to know now. Just 18, started at 16 with a dream so big, no self-esteem. He's just 18, started at 16. He won't make it, but we have to watch him though. See, I'm just 18, now I'm getting bigger than ever. I'm better and ready to take on whatever the people throw, cause it took 5 years of pressure and no ties and several so many lines to better. And I know I'ma get this. this grow to a place where the people know that my words don't play. And until that day, I'ma rap this way, practice. So they see a mad display of a team they claim never rap this way. And it was true, but I dreamt I may be the best. And the rest in the words I prayed, I said that I'm just 18. Started at 16 with a dream so big, no self-esteem. I'm just 18, a boy with a dream, in love with the flow, with the sight on the scene. Not many know what it's like to be seen, but I'm getting to know now, Just 18. Yeah, see, I'm just 18. Just 18. Just 18, a boy with a dream, in love with the flow, with the sight on the scene. Not many know what it's like to be seen, but I'm getting to know now. Yeah.
All right, GW Graham, here comes your team. Let's make some noise for them. All right, make some noise for Terry Fox. Let's get ready for a big half of football. All right, make some noise for both your teams.
All right, football fans, welcome back inside BC Place here. AAA Coastal Subway Bowl, halftime just about over. Jake Elliott, Jay Prepchuk here on Sportsnet 650, Sports Canada TV. And a great opening half of football here between the GW Graham Grizzlies and the Terry Fox Ravens. 7-point spread here for the Grizz, 23-16, in what was a really evenly played half of football there between the Grizzlies and the Ravens. Vincent Brunauer still just a menace on defense for that Grizzlies defense, and 3 sacks in that opening half. Really kind of the difference here in this. I know 23-16, you think, well, they're good, but really it was his defensive effort. He's making plays all over the football field, including the opening play from scrimmage day that took out Gavin Whittingham, who has not returned to the football field, and that might have been the biggest play of the game so far.
Oh, absolutely, Jake. And, you know, when you see such outstanding defensive play from a defensive end, only in grade 11, of course, a provincial all-star as well, then, you know what, boy, I tell you, you know, it's going to be interesting to see what kind of adjustments that Eric Taylor and Tom Kadava come back, you know, to start this second half, because they're going to have to do something to be able to block Braunhauer, who has just been a menace out there, and he's been playing against a provincial all-star in Waun Valley. So, you know, number 76 for the Terry Fox Ravens, the right tackle, certainly has his hands full. And, gosh, we're going to see if there was adjustments made. But, you know, big play to end the first half, of course, that screen pass that Coach Atchison pulled out of the playbook and, you know, did a great job of setting that up with Cage O'Neill running 47 yards for a touchdown. Was really, really a crucial play in that half.
Well, Terry Fox will kick off. Let's not forget the interior final took place last night up in Kelowna, as it was the Owls with a 1-point victory over the Vernon Panthers. AA champs going up against the AAA champs up in the interior. Vernon going for a 2-point conversion to win the game with no time left on the clock, come up short. Owls get the 1-point victory there. And another full day of football here. We'll run down those scores for you as well as kick it off. Let's play some football. And a great opening kick here for Terry Fox that ends up all the way through the Grizzlies' end zone as they'll take the touchback. You've been here. Well, I don't even know if you went home after last weekend, Jay, but run down the scores from earlier today.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's go back all the way to last weekend. Vancouver College grade 8 team victorious against Notre Dame 15-8. Earlier today, junior AA action. Carson Graham went down to defeat to John Barsby. Congratulations, Rob Stevenson. St. Thomas More in the junior AAA defeating Vancouver College 7-3. And the West All-Star team defeating the East All-Star team earlier today as well.
Might have been the most entertaining 7-3 game I've ever watched, quite frankly. As we're underway here in quarter number 3, and an early handoff there. I don't want to get it wrong. That was Menace on the initial handoff there. It was Gage O'Neill on that screenplay that we thought was Menace that went for the touchdown late in that first half.
Yeah, nice job again by Alex Gagnon, the All-Star, to bring down Menez after a 6-yard gain.
Lucas Fever pops in the mouth guard. Halfway at least. It's not nowhere near his mouth now as he snaps the football and picks up a couple. It'll be third down and a long one to go.
Always interesting to see, Jake, at halftime what kind of adjustments are made by both of these veteran coaching staffs. Of course, Luke Atchison gets his offense together and, tries to make some adjustments, try to, talk to his players, what's working, what's not working. Same with Coach Kadaba and the Terry Fox Ravens. So let's see if there's been some adjustments made to start this second half.
Fever pulls up the left sleeve as he works with an empty backfield, claps the hand, send a man across the formation. Now he'll roll out, throws on the run. Completion secured, first down, yes. As Josh Caverly makes another play here for the Grizzlies, and he'll move the sticks.
Nice job, just Caverly with a little bit of early motion across and getting into the flat. Wide receivers clearing out that zone, and nice job by Lucas Fever getting that ball, putting that ball right on the money. First down, Grizzlies to start the second half. Big drive to start off.
Ball out to the 34-yard line, right hash mark. 4-man front here for Fox. It's a handoff to Menace, and busting through was Valley, and now he wants to drag him back, and they got to be careful here. Whistle goes as forward progress comes to a screeching halt here, and no gain on that play.
Yeah, exactly. And again, that Jamie Clayton and Bruce Leach, the co-defensive coordinators for the Terry Fox Ravens, talked to their players at halftime and said, hey, guys, that they're going to come back at us with Samuel Manez.
23-16, Graham leads Fox here to start this third quarter. 2 minutes gone as we're under 10 to go. Quick throw, and over the middle, it's complete for about a gain of 4. There'll be a third down and 6 here from the 39-yard line. Let's call it 5 as they need to get to the 44 for a first down.
And a nice job again. We talked earlier about how Lucas Fever, one of the things that he does so well is he gets the ball out of his hands so quickly. He gets that shotgun snap, one step, and boom, that ball's out of his hands and gone quickly. And it throws a nice straight to Cavalry on the Cavalry. Sorry, on a little easy for me to say.
It's been a long day for AJ. We'll give you some slack there. So 3rd and 5 now. See if he goes with the hard count, trying to get him to jump for a free, easy first down. Fox holds their ground on the defensive line. Here's Caverly across the motion again, and looked like pass interference there. Stepping now, a late flag comes in from the back judge, way back there. But I think that's the right call, Jay. Contact was made, and maybe he's going for the ball as well, but he bumped off the receiver off his route trying to go for that pigskin.
Yeah, absolutely. And Fleury out there at the corner position kind of did a good job of reading that play, but he just missed time just by a second here. Let's see Lee Bryan with the call.
But it came from the back judge who was about 20 yards deep in the secondary there, and I think the displeasure coming from the crowd here that it was made from that official and not the sideline judge that was right there.
Right, but that official certainly did have a good angle on that particular man. He did get there just a second
bang.
before. Exactly. A game of inches, game of seconds, isn't it?
Ball to the 46-yard line and a first down here for GW, trying to add to their 7-point lead here on their opening drive of this second half. And it's a handoff up the middle to the line and no further as Gang tackled there by a plethora of black jerseys, stopping him for no gain.
Yeah, exactly. And again, you know that, the defensive coaches for Terry Fox talked about the fact that, we know that the Grizzlies, when they come out to start the second half, they're going to try to establish the run. That's exactly what they want to do. That's what Luke Atchison told me all week. He just wants to be able to control that line of scrimmage, have his offensive line communicate and open holes for Mayonnaise.
You guys having daily conversations all week? He was telling you that?
Twice a day
and
sometimes.
Okay, second down and 10. Besties. Shotgun snap. Trying to buy some time as Faber, and that time disappears, and he'll go down in the backfield.
Boy, there you go. And that's kind of, that's really what we call a coverage sack. Of course, we've heard it many, many times, right? And there's one of the adjustments that Terry Fox has made. Motion man goes from right to left across the formation, and Terry Fox did not go with the motion man. They stayed in their regular zone defense, and I think that maybe confused Lucas Fever because Terry Fox had changed their defense.
Aiden Barrett and Axel Staten combined on the half sack. And here's a little trickery. Wide open down the field. It's caught, and it's a touchdown for the Grizzlies. No flags. What a play.
Wow. There you go. That's how you start the half, isn't it? Gosh, I did not think that Cavalry was going to be able to run underneath that football.
Me either. He's stuck in another gear to catch up to that one. But how about the throw?
There you go. And that's, again, number 22. We're not going to make a mistake there. Gage O'Neill.
He's got to be in the player of the game conversation right now, does O'Neill. And probably looks like he went to the J quarterback camps back in his day as well.
I tell you, that was just a beauty. That was one of the nicest passes that we've seen all day, and it was thrown by a tailback. So a little bit of trickery. Luke Atchison pulling out the old toss pass early in the second half.
Remember, Terry Fox undefeated on the season at 10-0. As the Grizzlies come in at 12-1, their only blemish on their record, a 34-0 loss to the hands of the Ravens back on October the 22nd. But now, with 7:32 here to go in the third quarter, find themselves up by 14, 30-16 here in the Coastal AAA Subway Bowl. What a performance so far here by the GW Grizzlies.
Wow, and I tell you, the advantage or the positive for Terry Fox is that, they have a quick strike type of offense, right? They are the type of offense that can get down the field and score quickly. So we're going to see what happens with number 5, the grade 11 outstanding quarterback for the Terry Fox Raven, the grade 11 player of the year, provincial all-star, Owen Sieben. Right now, this ball game is riding on his shoulders.
Yeah, I don't want to say this is must-score possession here for Terry Fox, but we're getting to that point, down 14, halfway through the third quarter. All sorts of momentum now for the Grizzlies, and Terry Fox has to find a way to respond. Even if they don't score, Jay, they need to have an extended possession here and pick up some multiple first downs and try and get momentum back on their side and get a good drive and at least gain some field position.
Absolutely.
Ball on the 40 for LeBlanc. And he'll stick a right leg into it and float one here to the 22. A fumble, picked back up. And trying to slice his way through the defense, and not much there as they'll get to the 31, no further. For Crenshaw on the return. That's a couple of bobbled kick returns there on Terry Fox here tonight.
Yeah, exactly. So we know that, Ian Parks, the defensive coordinator for the Grizzlies, he's talked to his defensive players. He's telling them, hey, guys, you know what? We just got to play solid defense, and let's continue to rush the passer. That has really, as you mentioned, at the start of this third quarter, Braunhauer getting into the backfield with 3 sacks already in this football game. Boy, I tell you, he is really been a menace. Let's see if Terry Fox has made an adjustment to block this number 75.
Keep an eye on him. He's at the top of your screen on the defensive line, 75 in white, as he takes a 2-point stance. They run away from him this time. It's Gagnon, and I'm a little surprised that they've kind of, with no Whittingham in there, they haven't gone more to their electric senior in Gagnon in the backfield. A lot of handoffs to Fleary, a lot of throws, but Gagnon has that ability to be a game breaker, and they just haven't fed him the rock a whole lot.
Absolutely.
Here's Seaman to throw. Across the middle. Completion made. Up the middle now. Breaking away from the pack. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10-5. Touchdown Ravens. No flags.
Wow. There you go. What did I say? Quick strike offense, and there it is. Boy, I tell you, 65 yards on their opening possession of the second half. Seaman with a little RPO fake action to Gagnon. It drills in a slant to Matthew Galen. Watch this speed. Watch number 4 break away from the defense. Wow, that's why Matthew Gale is a provincial all-star. That's why Matthew Gale is being recruited by many, many universities across this country right now.
Get a good look at number 4 in black right there, who just stuck it in gear and pulled away right up the middle of the football field and took it for a house call as Terry Fox answers right back. 30-23 now as the Grizzlies set to get the football back. And we talked about it in the AA Coastal Final. Jay, could we upstage that game? Carson Graham winning in overtime. And we're on schedule here in the AAA Coastal Final. This one has been electric from the get-go.
Yeah, I tell you, no, I know. Hey, we're just announcing up here. I mean, gosh, imagine if you're down there coaching. And you know what? I've coached my fair share of some close football games. And you know what? As a coach, you have to be relaxed. You have to be poised. You have to show that you're in control right now, because if you're out of control and you're all over the place, then your players certainly will, follow in that fashion, right? So keep the pace, right? Follow the plan, stay poised.
Things getting a little boisterous and ornery down in the crowd here with two fan bases cheering on their teams, and you'd expect nothing less here at BC Place when it comes down to the final matchup. Good return on here for the Grizzlies across the 30. And out to the 34-yard line is Menace. Will set up the check it as a flag back down at the 20-yard line. And there'll be a block in the back here on GW, and this one's coming back.
Boy, tell you the truth, Jake, I'm a little surprised that they're, kicking the ball to the outstanding running back, Samuel Manes. And, you want to try to kind of avoid getting the ball into an outstanding running back's hands, such as Samuel Manes. Again,
well, costly penalty there. After a good return, will get wiped out. And they'll march it back here from the 20, and I think this drive will start all the way back on the 10-yard line here for G.W. Graham, who find themselves up now 30-23 with 6:44 to go third quarter. You're watching the AAA Coastal Subway Bowl on Sports Canada TV and listening on Sportsnet 650. Right hash mark, Fever, who's been sharp here today and sharp all season long. Takes the snap, it's a handoff. And not much as Terry Fox there to clog it up. As that one goes backwards. They'll give him forward progress back to the original line of scrimmage, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and boy, we're going to continue just to call out the outstanding defensive play tonight of number 10, Alex Gagnon, who is really the leader of this defense. And we talked about him, being an all-star, provincial all-star this year, and he's around the football all night tonight. Great job by Alex Gagnon.
2nd and 10. To throw. Fever launches and just over the outstretched hands there of Caverly out near the 30-yard line. It'll be 3rd and long now on the Grizzlies as, this game just kind of changed very quickly, Jay, with that razzle-dazzle play there for the Grizzlies, scoring the long touchdown, and you thought, okay, they're on their way here up 14, but then Terry Fox comes right back. They score quickly. the bad penalty. Now they're backed up to the 10. They're staring at a 3rd and long here, and you feel like things have shifted back to Terry Fox here if they can come up with a play on 3rd down.
Absolutely.
But can the Grizzlies extend the drive? It's Fever on the rollout. Throws right near the sticks. It's bobbled and caught around the 18-yard line, and I think they're going to be about a yard and a half short of the marker here in decision time for Coach Aitchison once again.
Yeah. No decision. He's going to punt definitely in this situation.
I keep forgetting it's not Coach Brady down on that sideline there for Carson Green.
Right. We do have something called a punt team in this.
The Eagles would not know that.
Exactly. Yeah, Coach Brady would be. Oh.
Line it up and go.
I wouldn't want to be a punter on the Carson Graham Eagles
Do they
football
have one?
team.
Do they have one? I don't know. We don't know. Still don't know. Here's the snap. Here comes the punt. It's a good spiraling kick that will actually, I take it back, get off the side of the foot of LeBlanc and short, as it will be spotted at the 35-yard line here of GW. So short field now for Terry Fox off the shank punt here, and Fox 35 yards to go here to potentially tie this game.
Wow, that's right. Hey, what excellent field position. And you said it bang on. In the last 4 minutes, what a turnaround in this football game.
Sieben will work from the right hash mark, and he will hand off on 1st down. And a good surge at the point of attack there. Will pick up close to 5 on the ground as Gagnon getting the carries here early in this second half as Braunauer in on the tackle.
You know, sometimes it's effective to run, you know, when you've got a very dominant defensive player. Sometimes it's good to, you know, run right at him.
Injury down on the field here, Jay, is number 13 down on a knee for the Grizzlies. Now it's Braden McDonald. Doesn't look to be too, maybe it's just some pellets off the field up in the face there. And sometimes you can get those little black pellets off that turf up in your eyes, and that does not feel good.
Yeah, absolutely. It certainly does.
Speculating, of course, but helmet off, down on a knee, and
we're still trying to find out exactly what's going on with Gavin Whittingham. And
I mean, if he hasn't come back in the football game yet, I don't think he's coming back in. And I do not see number 1 over there in a jersey, at least. And he just must be just beside himself. If you're joining us late, going down at the hands of a tackle of Vincent Braunauer, the very first play from scrimmage just got pancaked at the end of the play and has not been back in this football game. Here's Gagnon on a good cut. He's got the 1st down as he spins out of a couple of tackles, dragging tacklers with him inside the 20, still pushing forward down to the 18-yard line. What a run there from Gagnon.
Yeah, there you go. Heart and soul of this Terry Fox Raven football team right now. Alex Gagnon, provincial all-star, doing an outstanding job of just kind of an off-tackle power play lead blocker, running right over their outstanding right tackle in Juan Valley, right behind Mac Hansen as well. Diego at center doing a great job.
Look at
birthday boy, Caden Exner, left guard, and Alex Staton, the left tackle, again going both ways, offensively and defensively on that offensive and defensive line. So
another injured Grizzly down on the football field here as you continue to listen to the AAA Coastal Subway Bowl on Sportsnet 650. And watching on Sports Canada TV and BC School Sports. As who we getting picked up off the deck here?
Oh, we got number 11, yeah. We got,
that's a key player there, and George Kelly, who has himself a touchdown here for the Grizzlies tonight. And he'll walk off under his own power. We'll have to come out for a couple of plays. I'd expect him to get back in the football game at some point. Looking a little ginger, mind you, as he comes off the field.
Yeah, always good when a player can come off on his own steam, though.
So Fox on the move here. Ball down to the let's call it the 19. 4:34 to go, 3rd quarter. 1st down and 10. Sieben to throw. Now he's flushed out. Being chased from behind. Sieben's going to run as he tucks it away and steps into bounds around the 15. A gain of a few.
And we talked about Sieben's legs being the difference last week against Notre Dame. He had some excellent scampers last week ago against Notre Dame to keep the offensive drives alive. And, he hadn't run the ball a whole lot. When I talked to Coach Kadaba this week, he said, you know what, we kind of holding back on running, Owen, because we knew he could, and we knew that he was, a fast player and a good athlete, but we just didn't want to risk getting him hurt.
Well, he really did a great job against Notre Dame, picking up 10, 12-yard chunks most of the evening as Gagnon just tripped up at the line of scrimmage. We'll pick up a few more yards. They got to get down to the 9 for a first down. They'll spot it down at the 11.
Nice job by Stanton and Exner, opening that hole over the left side there.
A couple of yards short and brings up third down here for Terry Fox. As they try and drive to tie up the football game here in this third quarter of play. That's under 4 minutes to go now. 3rd and 3. Here's Seaman. Here's the handoff, and forget it. Vincent Braunauer on the scene once again, drops him in the backfield, 4th down.
Yeah, it's been a little bit quiet in the last few plays.
I'm surprised there's room left on his helmet for any more stickers there, Jay, because that kid is just wreaking havoc along that defensive line.
Yeah, he really is. And, boy, again, we talked about him, provincial all-star, grade 11. Wow, all those sacks, close to in the season, exhibition, league, over 40 sacks. Like, I know we talked about that.
In a season, folks.
Gosh.
That's got to be a BC high school record, does it not?
Oh, absolutely.
I think that blows I don't know the history. I don't have the stats in front, but I got to believe that sack total blows the record away, whatever it was. I've never seen anything like it. And but for a fairly new, how long has GW been around for now?
Yeah.
Field goal.
Oh, that's big.
Is good.
Wow.
Well, 3:11 here to go. Fox gets 3. They're within 4. And we got ourselves an absolute cooker going here. 30-26 here in the AAA Coastal Subway Bowl from BC Place.
Boy, I tell you, again, these, you can tell right now these players are getting tired, right? It's been a long haul. It's been a long season. And right
Hands
now,
on the hips all over the place here.
You know what? They're just looking at their buddy and saying, hey, we got to do this together, you guys. It's got to be every one of us. You never know, in the last quarter and a half, you never know who's going to make the big play.
Right.
Like, look at in the Carson Graham game earlier. It was Witters that came up with a big strip sack or strip.
And are you ever going to get another opportunity like the one that's in front of you right now, and you want to make the most of it and go home with no regrets and be able to look in the mirror at yourself and your teammates and say, we left it out there, win or lose?
Yeah, you're going to remember these games. I mean, I remember my last high school game. Devastating.
Here comes the kickoff. They go deep with it, angling to the sideline. And is this going to stay in bounds? It will not, as it takes a left turn around the 10. And GW will get good field position here with 3:11 to go in the quarter. And while we have a quick moment here, Jay, I want to thank you for hopping on the broadcast here. I'm so happy I'm calling the Subway Bowl with you. I know we've done a lot of games of the week and playoff games and what have you. Glad to have you in the big chair here for the big game. To Justin Morissette, Tino Farah for calling games all this last couple of weeks as well. And to Heather Foster, who I don't think people realize how much work goes into pulling off a tournament like this at a venue like this. And to Heather Foster, who just makes this thing go off seamlessly year after year, week after week, is just impressive as all can be. I want to thank Bernie Crump at BC High School Football, who keeps us informed with the newsletter and keeping everybody up to date and on schedule there at BC High School Football. Brian Gimmel, of course, the president. Everybody involved. Sports Canada TV here, Sportsnet putting on the game on the radio this year as well. Everybody involved here at PAFCO and BC Place. I want to give a shout-out to Howard Samura, who covers high school sports and high school football like nobody else. That man does not get enough attention or credit for what he does and shining the light on this sport and high school sports in BC in general. Howard Samura, the best there ever was. Steve Ewan, who is here as well. Everybody, our sponsors, MVP Athletics, Indigo, Barron Rings, Subway, Baden, Rydell, Pro Team, all our sponsors who have helped sponsor the webcast, Sports Canada TV. I just want to get this. I want to pay its due, but I want to get it out of the way here, Jay, because we're staring at a 4-point game here with over 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, and I want to clear the runway here for I think what's going to be a fantastic finish in this football game. So thank you to everybody involved helping these webcasts get off the ground and getting playoffs back here at BC Place for high school football.
Absolutely. Well said, Jake.
All right, 3rd down and short here with the clock moving. Grizzlies out to the 44-yard line. Here's Fever to throw. He's got a man open. It's Caverly. Tried to make a cut at the 50 and got chopped down by Gale in the open field, and that's an important tackle there. But it's a good enough for a Grizzlies first down right at the midfield stripe at the 50-yard line at the right hash mark.
Absolutely, and a play that the Grizzlies have been very successful with today. When they motion their slot back across, he just runs a simple flat route. The 2 receivers to that side run go routes, kind of clear out that area. Terry Fox is not adjusted to that like they did in the first half. Lucas Fever is doing an excellent job of reading the defense, seeing that Terry Fox is not adjusting to that motion, hitting the back in the backfield, picking up a big first down.
Ball in the 50, 1st and 10. Fever with 1 in the backfield, 4 receivers in. It's play action, pass. Caverly makes another cut across the 40 to the 43-yard line, and the Grizzlies on the move here late in the 3rd quarter, looking to pad to their 4-point lead.
And there's your classic RPO. We hear it all the time, of course, is, what all Lucas is doing is faking to his running back and reading that outside linebacker to his right-hand side. So as he gets the snap, he's reading that backer. That backer bites in with the run. He hits the slant to Cavalry in behind. And, again, well-designed football play by the Grizzlies.
Fresh set of downs once again. Ravens show 4. It's a handoff up the middle, and look out, losing his helmet and still making the tackle was Gagnon.
Yeah, he's got to come out for a play, though. He's, I'd like to see the stats so far in this football game and see how many tackles does Alex Gagnon have in this football game. He is making a lot of football plays, boy, and he can see that he's tackling some big boys out there. Wow. There's an impressive defensive performance from number 10, Alex Gagnon, tonight.
Absolute warrior and just a straight-up gamer is Gagnon. And leaving it out all on the field right now. As we do have a Grizzly who was injured earlier in the game. I believe that was Braden McDonald, whose pads are off. He's going to put them back on now, his uppers at least, as he was testing out his leg here on the Grizzly sideline and decides to throw the jersey and pads back on. He wants back in this football game.
Cage O'Neill just coming off as well right now, number 22.
So it's Menace in the backfield here with Fever for this play, who will drop back to throw. Floats one over the middle. Is it caught by Caverly? They're going to give him the catch. Wow. Somehow, some way, got his hands underneath that thing and comes down with the football and a first down here for GW.
I'm telling you, Lucas Fever, what an outstanding job. Terry Fox blitzing, bringing everybody, playing cover 0, just man-to-man across the board. Oh, they're going to call it incomplete.
Oh, how do they call?
Oh, boy, we're going to look back at that play and say that
that's a missed call.
That was a definite big play in this ball game. But what a play by Lucas Fever, getting the ball out against a full-on blitz from Terry Fox.
So call it 3rd and 11 after the incompletion, which I'm still not so sure about. But referees on the scene much closer than my eyeballs, of course. This Fever over the middle. He's got this one. It's George Kelly. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Grizzlies.
Oh, boy. There you go. Striking again, Grizzlies.
And look out down there, Howie Samura, who's in the middle of the Grizzlies celebration.
That's not unusual, is it? We'll probably get some good pictures, that's for sure. Wow.
Well, we saw George Kelly come off the field earlier, limping, and now he's back into the end zone with another Grizzly touchdown.
Great
came out of the pack with it and just blew away from 4 Raven tacklers.
Yeah, they've run that play a couple of times, just hitting George Kelly across the middle, and Lucas Fever just with a quick drop, throws it in there, perfect pass. Kelly on the breaking stride, scoring.
Oh,
great
that one hit the upright. Excuse me, Jay, looking for the 11-point lead. It doinks off the right upright and does not slip through. So it remains a 10-point lead here, 36-26, 35 seconds to play in the 3rd.
Oh boy, we do have a ball game here, don't we, Jake? Another good one. And hey, again, let's see if this Terry Fox Raven without Gavin Whittingham, and we understand that Gavin is at the hospital right now getting X-rays, and
so not good.
Shoulder, collarbone injury.
Yeah.
Gavin, hey, we're saying hey, buddy.
He's probably tuned in, and we're missing you, Gavin, and I know you want nothing more to be here, and man, what a loss here for Terry Fox. And it's probably one of those situations where he tried to put his arm out to brace himself going down to the turf, and just, you know what it's like, Jay, when you got that arm out and the weight lands on top of you, collarbone's popping out. LeBlanc with a soft kick again. Finds Fleary at the 28. He made a man miss. Another good cut to the 40, to the 43, and tackled down there. And I'm just still not exactly sure why the Grizzlies keep kicking short and keep kicking to 14, who has another good return. And Terry Fox offense set to come back on here with 28 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, he's a dangerous football player. I would want to keep my, of course, you don't want to kick it to Matthew Gale either, number 4, right? But certainly you can try to find somebody that's not as dangerous as number 14, Fleury, and not as dangerous as Matthew Gale. So interesting strategy in the special teams from the Grizzlies.
The Ravens will break the huddle on the sideline. And they had that quick score, of course, after the Grizzlies got their last touchdown. Can they do it again here? As Gage O'Neill, 22, back out on the field here on defense for the Grizzlies. And you just feel like nothing's going to keep these guys off the field at this point as they throw, and incomplete is the call on the sideline, as unable to come down inbounds with it was Arinaza.
Yeah, Renzel, who made some big plays last week in the game. He had a touchdown against Notre Dame. And
man, I thought he got a foot down there.
Yeah, it looked like it, didn't it? Gosh, nice to have the replay, isn't it?
Easy for us to say up in the booth here.
Another grade 10 out there contributing.
Yeah. Well, I remember watching Gagnon as a grade 10er. And now playing in his final game of his high school career. Play action, Sieben on a slant, completion. Gale down to the 36.
Yeah,
good hook up there.
Absolutely. Why not? The touchdown that they scored earlier in the third quarter. Again, RPO situation. Owen Sieben drilling that ball in. Great job to Gale.
Hurry up offense now for Terry Fox, down 10, late third quarter. And Sieben gets the play from the sideline, sets up in the shotgun. Here comes the flag. And do we have motion?
Yeah, we're going to get procedure here.
Was that on Sieben for motioning to the sideline, then coming back into the shotgun formation?
Well, if somebody else was going in motion at the same time, even if an offensive lineman is going down, putting his hand down, and Sieben's walking or moving, that's 2 men in motion. They're going to call that. Lee Bryan right on it.
Getting the big call for the big game here. They're doing a fine job by the officiating crew. Third quarter action hits triple zeros. 36 minutes gone, 12 minutes to play here in the AAA Coastal Subway Bowl from BC Place. Here on Sports Canada TV and Sportsnet 650. As just 12 minutes to go here, and Terry Fox down 10. Jay Prepchuk staring at a 1st and 15. Can the Ravens come back from 2 scores down here in this fourth quarter against a powerhouse GW team? And I keep going back to it. Remember, Terry Fox undefeated this season, 10-0. The Grizzlies, 12-1. Their one loss to this Terry Fox team, and it was a 34-0 shutout. But mind you, in that game, it was Gavin Whittingham, 30 carries, 298 yards, and 4 touchdowns in that game, who is not playing in this one, and it's evident that they're missing number 1 in their backfield.
Absolutely. You know that Terry Fox has the ability to score, but they've also got to stop the GW Graham Grizzlies.
That's been the problem, right? They can score. They've put up 26, but they've allowed 36, and that's really the issue. Sieben in the shotgun, takes a low snap again, rolls out, tried to step up. Now he's flushed. Here comes Braunauer. He can't get him. Sieben's got room to this near boundary across the 35 and hit late out of bounds. And that's a bad hit there. We'll draw multiple flags here on the Grizzlies. And I'm not sure what he's thinking on that play. for Tyson Beauregard. That is just completely unnecessary and dangerous, quite frankly.
Yeah, absolutely. And just, adrenaline, playing hard. They're all going full speed and, maybe just not hearing the whistle. But, again, no
He's
excuses
2 yards
for that.
out of bounds here,
Yeah,
Jay.
definitely. And clearly running out of bounds, right?
Yeah, that's not smart. I mean, you're in a championship football game here, and you're hurting your team doing something like that.
Yeah, and when you're up by 10 points, you really have to have Terry Fox earn everything they get, right? And when you give him an extra 15 yards tacked onto a play like that, that's just...
Well, not only that, Jay, but then your entire defense and your son, that's what they're thinking about going into the next play is, man, why did he just do that? And maybe you're not as focused lining up for the next snap. Here comes pressure. It's Gagnon on the carry. Stiff arms a man inside the 15 down to the 13-yard line.
Nice job by that offensive line of Terry Fox. Again, Diego at center and Max, Juan, Caden, and Axel doing a great job on that. Both offensive lines, really, really impressive. You can see the push that they're getting. Great job getting downfield, driving their legs, working hard, driving to the whistle.
12-yard line. Second down. Let's call it 4. Here's the carry. It's Gagnon fighting for yards and reaching for a first down.
Wow, second effort there. That kid, I am impressed with Alex Gagnon right now. Offensively and defensively, he is just giving it everything he's got, reaching, diving, striving.
And now look at him. He's imploring the coaches to get the plan. Let's go here. We're down 10. We're in the fourth quarter. Clock's moving. Let's go. And the Terry Fox sideline saying we got to have the right play at the right time here and deciding to call timeout. And that's a costly one here at this juncture.
Absolutely. Gosh, calling a timeout at like you say, at a crucial time. Those timeouts are going to be valuable. We witnessed that, of course, in the last game. And, Bateman was able to save one of the timeouts and be able to kick the tying field goal to, end regulation time. But, gosh, you have to be prepared. You got your play calls. You know that on the 6-yard line, you're usually so well rehearsed coming into a football game, and you've got your play chart, you've got your play sheet. You know that when you have the ball on the other team's 6-yard line from the right hash, this is the exact play that you're running. This is the play, this is the defense that you expect to see against us. These are the plays that we've been working on all week. We've worked on situational football. We've worked on goal to go from the 6-yard line. This is the play we're going to run, whether it's a slant to Matthew Gale or continue to kind of pound the rock with Alex Gagnon over that big, strong offensive line. You make the decision, run the play. Let's get, we got to get in the end zone on this drive.
10:55 to go, fourth quarter. Down 10 are the Ravens of Terry Fox. They're down on the 5-yard line. They're working from the right hash mark. Sieben hands off to Gagnon. Looking for the corner. He's tripped up from behind. And goes down at the 1-yard line. It was Beauregard, the man who took the late hit out of bounds, making a play near the goal line to prevent a Terry Fox touchdown. But they're knocking on the door now at the 1.
Wow, very fortunate. Beauregard does a nice job of bringing Gagnon down just short of the goal line.
To the line quickly. Gagnon up the middle, and he's stuffed again.
Wow.
No signal and no touchdown here for Terry Fox yet. Guess who on the scene? It's 75 Braunauer making the stop.
There you go, and every second counts right now. Boy, I tell you, fourth quarter, even though there's 10 minutes left in this ball game, down by 10 points, the Ravens have got to punch it in on this drive.
Sieben up under center. Going with the hard count, takes the quarterback sneak, and he's no signal yet. They're going to mark him down at the half-yard line, and Sieben comes rolling out of the pile. Cannot believe he did not get in.
Well, certainly from our angle, Jake, it looked like he
Let's
crossed
watch it
the plane
again
at the
here.
goal
I don't
line.
know if we have a goal line cam or not, but right there, I think he's in.
Well,
is that not in?
No question. Not sure what they're calling here.
Fox wants the touchdown call. They're not going to get it. Now we got an injured Grizzly who obviously got rolled up on underneath that pile of humanity and looks to be in quite some discomfort here, kind of flailing his legs around. Who do we got? Conte. You'll look at, I believe, Jamie Clayton down on the Fox sideline there. And, man, how about this Grizzlies defensive line? 3 times they've stuffed him on the goal line.
Wow. Yeah, gosh, we've seen some outstanding goal line performances today.
Unbelievable.
Certainly, Carson Graham stopping big Micah Barker at the goal line a couple of times.
To preserve the victory.
To preserve the victory in overtime, and then, they
2-point conversion,
Exactly.
So Yapo Conte out of the game here. He's one of those interior linemen as Fox on 4th down and goal. Going to take another crack at the end zone here. And they'll hand off to Gagnon, who will score easily. Touchdown, Terry Fox.
There you go. Nice job by that right side of that offensive line, opening a big hole for Alex Gagnon. And, boy, I tell you, that was a crucial touchdown for the Terry Fox Ravens. They needed to score on that particular drive, Jake, and they certainly answered the call. A great job, again, with the scrambling and the running ability of Owen Sieben. Added on with the personal foul penalty, of course, against G.W. Graham. And, the Ravens are showing their fight. They're showing why they are an undefeated football team.
Fans are into it now, and don't go anywhere because the Ravens are now – did they miss that? No, they got it. They're down just 3 here, 36-33 with 9:43 here to go in an epic AAA Coastal Subway Bowl.
Boy, I tell you, we just – you couldn't draw it up any better today, really. I mean, just, all these close games and outstanding performances by so many different individuals. And, the team play, special teams all day today have been huge factor. Defensive plays, offensive plays, just everybody is working so hard. And, you really have to commend all these players, all these coaches. Parents out there, you should be proud of the kids, your kids that are playing. They couldn't do without your support, administrative support from these schools. Just everybody together has got to create an atmosphere of success in high school football, and certainly that's
takes
what we
a cast
have.
of thousands, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Volunteers, all the rest of it. Scorekeepers, officials, coaches. Here's a deep kickoff this time for Terry Fox, and now the question becomes, can Terry Fox stop the Grizzly offense? It's Overgaard on the return, and he's tripped up around the 20-yard line on a special teams play there for Mackenzie Dalzell.
There you go. Just, again, special teams guys just rising up to the occasion and making big plays. You never know if you're on that kickoff team, kickoff return, you're going to make the big play, or if you're on kickoff return, making the big block. Everybody contributes.
Well,
everybody contributes.
You feel now, Jay Prepchuk, if the Grizzlies can march down the field here and score again, it's going to be their football game. But if Terry Fox can get their defense and get off the field here, you kind of feel like it might go Terry Fox's way down 3. We're about to find out here with just over 9.5 minutes to play and a first down carry that goes nowhere. And the Fox faithful rise to their feet after that defensive effort from Juan Valley and company.
Yeah, exactly. And
Gagnon in the mix as well.
Absolutely. Well, hey, is that a surprise? Really? I mean, he's been in pretty well on every single play. And just, gosh, I hope I, can watch this game again and just to watch Alex Gagnon, be so dominant on defense.
Well, BC School Sports YouTube channels where you can go for that. Prepchuk. Here's a deep throw for Fever. Got a man open. Oh, through the hands. Was wide open, and Overgaard just let it slip away.
Oh, boy, there's one that Tyson would like to have back, and certainly with the outstanding season that he's had, and Lucas Fever just putting the ball
took his eye off it at the last
spot.
second and dropped it.
Gosh. And you know what? There's Lucas Fever. What poise. I love watching this young man play the quarterback position. We talked about him getting the ball out of his hands quickly and just, hey, a drop ball, no problem. Let's get it back. Let's go on to the next play. Big play now, 3rd and 8.
Here we go. Fever out of the shotgun, claps the hands, takes the snap, comes up this near side this time. He's got Caverly, and a catch made out across the 45-yard line for a Grizzly first down.
Wow, and you know what? You really couldn't ask for better coverage. They were just right on Caverly right here, and Lucas Fever just put it in the perfect spot. He got a good pre-snap read, running those two seam routes.
This guy's got ice water in his veins.
Does he ever? Boy, I tell you, he was just bang on with that throw.
Gets the play call from the Grizzlies sideline now with the clock moving. 8:40 to go here in this 4th quarter. Grizzlies clinging to a 3-point lead and have a 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. They break the huddle and come to the line of scrimmage. They'll work from the left hash mark. 2 wide to the high boundary. 2 to this near one as well. 1 in the backfield, it's Menes. He'll take the handoff up the middle and runs into a black brick wall at the 45, no gain. And I just don't know if they're going to find it along the ground right now if you're the Grizzlies. It looks like it's going to be in the air or nothing against this Fox defense right now.
Yeah, it really does. And you can see those guys are kind of huffing and puffing up front there. And, boy, they are tired right now. Let's see. And, again, we talked about it earlier. 300 pounds, 290 pounds.
Oh, you got guys bent over, hands on the hips here, Jay. You can see the chest huffing and puffing on that line right now. 2nd down and 10 here for GW in between the hash marks this time. It's the pitch. Mana's trying to turn the corner. Gets to the 50 and cut down after a 5-yard gain by Gale.
Yeah, excellent job to seal the edge there. All those wide receivers working hard. All you wide receivers out there, you got to make sure that on these run plays that you're just working and
going low,
driving hard and making just driving your legs, staying with that defender, and that's what they did on that particular play. But nice job by Matthew Gale coming up and making a big tackle.
5 yards to go here on 3rd down. Ball spotted, nose of it right on the 50. Pull up the sleeves, clap the hands. Here's the snap. Delayed handoff. No, it's over the middle. It's caught somehow, some way, and reaching for a 7-yard gain. It's the man once again, Caverly making the catch.
Wow, has Josh ever come up with some big, outstanding plays in this second half for the Grizzlies? And again, a little RPO action, but you could not ask for better coverage. Alex Gagnon right on Caverly. And
it's like a security blanket for him, right? Like anytime he needs a big play or a big catch, he's going to number 9.
Yeah, and again, you young quarterbacks out there, take a look at Lucas Fever and his footwork. Just one step, boom, that ball's out of his hands, right on the money.
Fresh set of downs. Clock 6.5 is what reads on it now. Here's the pitch to Menes as he runs to his left again. Ball security is paramount now as he picks up another 4 yards. It'll be a 2nd down and 6. But the clock will keep moving, and the Grizzlies will keep moving.
Yeah, grind it out, run the ball. Again, that offensive line is really, such a strong point for this Grizzly football team. And when your head coach is an ex-offensive lineman, Luke Atchison, great career at University of Manitoba, and you know that head coach is going to have a say at with his offensive line.
They're going to want to run the football. And now Fox defense has to find a way to get off the field in early motion here. And this will back him up. It'll be a 2nd and 10 now after the false start here on the Grizzlies. That's a tough one.
Yeah. And hey, really, we've not had a lot of penalties.
Stops the clock as well, too.
Yeah. Have not had a lot of penalties in this football game.
No, and you would expect that in a championship game here, that both teams will play a clean game of football and be well coached and well disciplined.
Yeah, and again, with the referees, Lee Bryan, let the kids play, right?
I think they've officiated a fine game as well, this crew. 10 to go now, call it 11 actually, from the 42. Caverly in motion. Here's Fever, pressured and going down back at the 45. A huge loss there. Jack Bowen with the big sack. And now it's 3rd down, and what do we got here, Jay? About 20.
Yeah. Oh, boy, and just one of the few times that Lucas Fever did not get the ball away on time and trying to scramble out of the pocket, but outstanding job by the Terry Fox Ravens defense to bring him down. Wow, that's a huge play for the Ravens defense.
They got about 22 yards to go here on 3rd down. Clock moving down to 5 minutes. And expect a deep shot downfield here from Fever. Fox brings the flag, comes in, and I think this thing's going back another 5. Is the pressure getting to the Grizzlies here late in this football game?
Looks like, again, it is. And just, settle down, relax a little bit here. I think they had like a little inside screen called there. Let's see if Luke Atchison comes back with the same play. It looked like they were just going to try to get a little interior, little middle screen to Caverly on kind of a wide receiver middle screen here. Let's see if they stick with that play.
The ball is on the 41-yard line. They need to get to the 31 of Terry Fox for a 1st down. Good luck. Here's Fever to throw it over the middle. Looked like Calverley was held. No flag comes in.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
Terry Fox was very, very fortunate there not to get called for pass interference. I think there was a little bit of contact as Lucas Fever trying to hit the.
It was a Christian Beck he was looking for, number 8, and you'd be the judge there.
Yeah, definitely some contact there. Terry Fox got a bit of a break there.
Brings
not
up fourth
being
down.
called for pass interference. So,
wow.
Special teams here for Terry Fox. Let's see if they come after this one.
Punt team out here for GW.
They got a lot of players out there. How many players does Terry Fox have out there?
Count them up.
Well,
here's the kick, end over end, angling left sideline, and will bounce out of bounds at the 31. So, they'll spot him down at the 30. 70 yards to go here for the Ravens with 4:24 to go, down by 3, and a championship Coastal Subway Bowl on the line.
Gosh, Jake, could you set it up any better?
I'm trying, Jay. I'm doing my best here.
Oh, my goodness. Well, hey, the football gods are with us as far as the entertainment is concerned. That's for sure.
We have seen some awesome, excellent football here today from BC Place.
Yeah,
for the last 2 weeks, quite frankly.
Really outstanding football. And, gosh, let's see what happens in the final 4 minutes, 4 minutes and 24 seconds of the BC high school football season.
Fox imploring their fans to stay quiet so they can hear the snap count, and Fox fans not listening to their quarterback as they come to their feet. They start this drive from the 30-yard line. Sieben drops back to throw, unloads, and incomplete as it ends up in the Grizzlies sideline, and it'll be second down at 10.
Yeah, just excellent coverage there from the Grizzlies. It kind of bracketed, doubled Gale, and they're certainly not going to let Gale get off with single coverage for the remainder of this football game. They're going to pay extra special attention. You can see 2 defenders kind of leaning over to the side of Matthew Gale.
Gagnon in the backfield. Here comes pressure from the Grizzlies. They hand off to Gagnon, who will pick up a couple, but not much. And it's going to be a third down and about 7 to go. As you had a feeling they were going to number 10 in the backfield there, and the Grizzlies did too.
Absolutely. Great defense. Coach Parks, he's scouted this football team very, very well.
Third down, 7 to go. Clock running, 3:50 to play. Sieben in the shotgun. Play action. Looks, fires, got a man open in Gale. And he's got a first down for Terry Fox at the 45-yard line.
Boy, and who do you go to in the big plays there? You know that Owen Sieben is going to be looking for Matthew Gale on this final or potentially final drive of the football game. And, gosh, just a quick drop by Owen Sieben and just throws a strike on the breakout.
Beauregard in coverage, and now it's Gagnon on the gallop, trying to bust out of the pack as he picks up 15 right up the gut. Move the sticks again, and Terry Fox on the move.
Yeah, boy, what a drive. That offensive line from Terry Fox is opening up some huge holes for Gagnon.
And look at Braunauer come from the defensive line to chase Gagnon down from behind to make that tackle. Like, you just don't see that from defensive linemen chasing down tailbacks.
Well, especially a kid that's, really that is that big, right? I mean, he's
incredible.
He is a big man out there, and you can tell that there's going to be a lot of football scouts, a lot of universities watching that young man as he progresses, right? And, hey, thanks to all the university coaches who came over.
Indeed.
20 universities were represented in the East-West All-Star game. They had a ball today. I talked to a lot of the university coaches, and they loved being out here in beautiful British Columbia. We've got them some sunshine the last couple of days, and they were busy recruiting our players out here.
And congratulations once again to the Western Mustangs who win the Vanier Cup, riddled with BC football players. 13 over U of S, who had a few on there as well. Langley Rams, of course, winning the Canadian Bowl earlier today. And now it's the Coastal AAA Subway Bowl on the line. Terry Fox trying to drive for a winning score here. As Sieben flushed out and just has to throw this one away wisely as Beauregard was coming to lay some hat on him. And he'll bring up 2nd and 10 and stop the clock on an incompletion.
Oh, boy, they're going to call grounding here.
Oh, he's way out of the pocket. He's way outside the tackle box here. I don't think they can call that.
Well, plus he threw the ball across the line of scrimmage.
This is...
Oh, boy.
Man, oh, man, oh, man. We've praised the officials here today, but Jay, I really think that is a poor call.
Yeah, well, they've got the angle down there again. As Sieben, I believe, has to get the ball across the line of scrimmage on the throw, no matter where he is. And
I mean, I will say there was no receiver in the vicinity, but I think he is way outside the tackle box, and the throw, like you said, is across the line of scrimmage. That should not have been grounded. As it stands, it's second down and a long way to go now, but Gagnon trying to make up for that as he'll get about 8 or 9 back here, but he'll bring up 3rd and long now from the 45-yard line. And clock under 3 minutes to go now. As Unborn in on that last tackle. Big play here, 3rd and 15. Sieben with an empty backfield. Here comes pressure. Over the middle he goes, and it's incomplete for Neal. Took a shot at the end of that play, did Sieben, from Braunauer. Sieben looking for a flag, and Braunauer says, forget it. That's a clean hit.
Yeah, boy, Braunauer was right in there one more time, right? And Sieben just trying to squeeze that ball in there, but gosh, that coverage was just outstanding.
Well, I don't want to say this is the football game here because I think Terry Fox is going to kick away and trust their defense with 2:30 to go. Or are they? They're lining up to punt here, Jay, and I know it's 4th and 15, but you're on their side of the football field here, and I'm not sure they're getting the football back. I don't know if I'm kicking this one. If you're going to trust your defense, why not just trust them here if you don't convert on 4th down?
Yeah, interesting coaching decision, that's for sure.
And do they want timeout? No, they snap it, and now a whistle goes. And did they call timeout? Or did the Grizzlies call timeout? Oh, it's a delay of game call, which will back them up another 5 yards, which doesn't really hurt them all that much. But again, what I'm saying here, Jay, if you're going to trust your defense, why not try and convert on 4th down and then trust them? You're on their side of the football field here. There's 2.5 minutes to go, and you're down 3 points. And the way that this Grizzlies offense has played all game long, you might not get the football back.
Absolutely, and especially the way that Grizzlies offensive line, and when you've got a running back like Manes who's gained 1,500 yards this season. Gosh,
yeah, you know what? They bring the offense back out here, Jay, so maybe this was the plan all along.
I think they are listening to you up here, Jay.
Well, but now they're back 5 yards. They're down to 2 on the play clock. They get the snap off. Sieben steps into a deep throw. He's got a man open.
Oh, he had him too.
And just overthrew Gale as it falls incomplete, and the Grizzlies come up with a huge stop on defense.
Wow, did they ever. And I tell you, you're right. Sieben had Gale open. There was just a short window in there. Just past the linebackers, Gale just passing the middle linebacker, and
right
boy,
up the seam.
Gosh, there they go again, a game of inches, right?
And now it comes down to the Fox defense against this Grizzlies offense that has hung up 36 points so far today. I don't know if they need any more points. They need a couple of first downs to salt this thing done. The ball is on the 50. 2:27 to play. Grizzlies ball up 3. Snap. Misdirection. George Kelly, all sorts of rim. Now tries to cut it back in. He'll pick up about 4. Looked like he had more rim to the edge there and decided to cut it upfield. I know he wants to stay in bounds there. And does just that. The clock will keep moving here off the gain of about 4.
Just a nice little inside counter play that the Grizzlies have with faking the toss. They've been successful with that toss play all game long, and then they just come back with that little inside counter play to George Kelly, trying to get one of their skilled guys, one of their speed guys, the football in the open field.
Well, Terry Fox is going to be chopping, ripping, stripping, trying to get that football back defensively now, and ball security huge here for GW. Second down, 7 to go. Up the middle, nothing there.
Yeah, they better start calling their timeouts now. Terry Fox is going to start calling their timeouts.
1:29 to play, 89 seconds to go here in the Coastal AAA Subway Bowl.
But again, Jake, I mean, can you ask for better football games,
no,
right?
I don't think you can. I really don't think you can.
Yeah.
It has been an incredible championship Saturday here from BC Place.
Really, and congratulations again to all the the schools that
winners.
won all week. Last week again, Vancouver College grade 8s, John Barsby Jr., St. Thomas More, Kelowna Secondary School.
Honestly, you make
Carson.
it to this point where you're at BC Place playing playoff football, you're a winner in my books.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Or up in the interior for Vernon and Kelowna, of course, too.
Yeah, exactly. And gosh, that would have been a heck of a football game last night.
Yeah.
We know that,
I'd still love to see a way to find the winner of this one, take on the Owls somehow, a neutral site, but I digress.
yeah, no question. That would be that would have been a good situation to have. So let's see what happens here, boy. Third down and it's with Fox just
are you
running out of time.
Are you putting this ball in the air, Jay, or are you keeping it on the ground? I don't think you can pass this ball in this situation, right? And if nothing else,
we're keeping the ball on the ground. We're going to run motion across, and we're going to run. They're going to run inside here. The formation that they have right now is not going to be a toss formation.
Here's Fever.
There you go.
And
inside run. You got it. You called it.
And
oh boy,
close to a first down.
Go.
I think they got it.
Wow.
Was it O'Neill on the carry?
O'Neill, that's right. He came back from injury today. Again, it's showing the toughness. Oh, they're going to call for a measurement here.
Man,
I don't know.
Spot
They
it
did
right
get
down
it.
on the 40. The chains look like it's just ahead of the marker here.
Oh, wow.
Did they give it to him?
No question about that. I'm surprised they didn't call for a measurement on that one.
Oh, man. You talk about game of inches.
Tip
Fox
of the
hates
ball
the
right
spot.
on there.
They want a measurement. They're not going to get it. Or are they? Yes, they are. It's a first down for GW.
It's a first down. Wow.
And is that going to do it, Jay?
Yeah. Gosh, they're just going to run. I don't know why
They call
GW.
I mean, Terry Fox is just livid on the sideline.
I'm not sure why GW is not letting the clock run a little bit here.
Yeah, me either. I don't. No, it's a timeout, Terry Fox, as they stop the clock with 71 seconds to go. But I think this is victory formation time, is it not?
Absolutely. I'm not sure why they're not in that formation, or even why they're hurrying it up here.
I don't know why Fever is not under center and taking a knee right now. Oh, Terry Fox coaching staff is just giving it to the officials right now after that spot that gave them a first down without a measurement. And you can, they're across the entire field, and I can hear them up in the broadcast booth with my headset.
With your headset and your hoodie. Oh, you got the hoodie.
Oh, my goodness. Here's the handoff to O'Neill. He'll plow it up in there and get driven back after a yard gain. But I don't think Terry Fox can stop the clock again.
No, that's it. All they have to do is run one more play.
No, I just don't know why they're not taking a knee.
Yeah.
That is
now they're in victory. Now they're going to come into victory.
Wow. How about it, Jay Prepchuk?
Whoa.
The upstarts from GW Graham, the Grizzlies, are going to win the AAA Coastal Subway Bowl. How about it?
That is something else, eh?
What a season for Coach Atchison, Lucas Fever, Victor Braunauer, and the rest of the Grizzlies. Congratulations. You are the 2021 AAA Coastal Subway Bowl champions, as they're going to take down the Terry Fox Ravens 36-33.
There you go.
Celebrate, boys.
Hey. Get that Queen record out. There you go. You're the champions. Let's do it. Well deserved. Oh, boy.
You can just see the dejection on the Terry Fox Ravens players. And look at the sportsmanship here, Jay.
Love it.
A lot of Grizzlies going over to the Ravens and consoling them, hugging it out. And you just love to see it. This is what high school sports and football is all about. Right here, right now.
Gotta love that. Absolutely.
Oh, full credit here to the Grizzlies, and a fantastic season from Terry Fox. Just one loss on the campaign. It comes on their final game of the year. Heartbreak again here for the Ravens at BC Place. But it's all about the GW Grizzlies right now. And what a performance here from Fever and company. 36 points they put up, and they take down the Ravens by 3.
Wow.
What a
Hey,
game. What a game.
Congratulations. Oh, congratulations. Everybody today. Everybody, you know what, we saw everything. Like we said earlier, Jake, we saw all the plays today. We saw these kids just giving everything they got. Coaches, outstanding job. Boy, you sure prepared your teams well. Boys played hard, and you know what? That's all you can really ask for, isn't it?
Again, you think about what Robert Bateman went through out there in Abbotsford. You think about what the folks out there in Chilliwack have been through this last few weeks in British Columbia with massive flooding, state of emergency in our province, and all the rest of it. For this program out of Chilliwack and this team to keep their focus and march their way here to the Coastal Final at BC Place and then win it, some kind of impressive stuff. And to do it against a team that they lost to early in the year, 34-0, to come back and beat them in the fashion that they did here today is ultrally impressive.
That just goes to show you, again, it doesn't matter what happened during the regular season. If you continue to trust your coaches, trust the process, trust your teammates, play hard for each other, you are going to have an opportunity to be very, very successful on the football field.
Man, oh man, you feel for those Terry Fox Ravens over there who would just have to be so disappointed, and maybe no one more so than one Gavin Whittingham, who went out with an injury on the very first play from scrimmage, is at the hospital right now, can't even be with his teammates.
Yeah, Gavin,
after a tough loss. We're
yeah.
thinking about you, Gavin, especially right now, but you feel for those Ravens over there as the handshakes begin to take place here at BC Place. But what a season from the Ravens, and what a game that they put up here against the Grizzlies today that just comes up 3 points short.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, you just can't say enough about G.W. Graham. First year in AAA.
Unbelievable.
Gosh, Coach Atchison, Coach Parks, you guys, hey, Coach Paisley, all you guys out there, wow, you guys should be so proud of yourselves. And again, we talked about it earlier. You know, many of these guys played together since they were little guys with the Chilliwack Giants. So, hey, a big shout out to the Chilliwack Giants out there. And speaking of which, big community football day tomorrow as well. You can check the websites for games in your location. But hey, how about that, eh? These guys, again, these guys have been playing together for a lot of years. And gosh, congratulations, G.W. Graham, the Coastal champions.
Well, once again, a big thank you goes out to everybody involved here getting the playoffs underway. Choil with Sports Canada TV, Heather Foster, Howard Samura, Pavco, the entire committee here at BC High School, BC School Sports, all the teams that competed, coaches, volunteers, referees, timekeepers, everybody involved with the playoffs here. It's so great to be back inside BC Place and calling high school football once again after a long absence. And congratulations to the G.W. Graham Grizzlies, who are your Coastal AAA champions with a 3-point win over the Terry Fox Ravens by a final score of 36-33. We will sign off. We will turn it over to public address announcer for the final proceedings. But for now, we will bid you adieu. Thanks for watching on Sports Canada TV and listening on Sportsnet 650. For Jay Prepchuk, I've been Jake Elliott, and for the Pigskin and the Gridiron, have a good night, everybody.
One
Time for the presentations of awards, starting with the individual players. Presenting tonight is George Oswald and Bill Cole. First, the outstanding lineman from Terry Fox, number 10, Alex Gagnon. Next, the outstanding back from G.W. Graham, number 9, Josh Caverly. Now the most valuable player from G.W. Graham, number 12, Lucas Fever. I'd like to ask now to bring up the captains of the finalists, Terry Fox Ravens, to pick up your plaque. Now we ask the captains of the G.W. Graham Grizzlies, our AAA senior varsity champions, to come up and receive the 2021 Coastal Region Championship banner.
One shot, one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted. One moment that you captured.
Congratulations to all the players and coaches. Thanks to everyone for coming out to the 2021 Super Bowl. Thanks to our sponsors, BC Place and Subway Bowl staff, for a great event. Drive safely, and we'll see you in 2022.
Everybody's choking now. The clock's run out.